Huh? We're on?
Good. Yep.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to start the show by doing something I don't want to do. It hurts me physically to do this. I don't want to do it. So just people hang in. I have to thank Mike Geary. Sometimes I forget how many people listen to this podcast.
Okay.
And then when somebody does something so incredibly stupid as Mike did during the Dale interview.
Oh, you're out of your mind. The audio exonerates.
It doesn't.
It does, completely.
Can you not? I mean, I know you like to interrupt during interviews.
Go ahead.
May I monologue?
Go ahead,
for
if
a
you
second?
must.
I mean, Jesus, I know it takes you fucking 90 minutes to get stuck in that chair, but
Outrageous.
I mean, Jesus. I think you're whining on your own patreon.com/buymike about the Minifans are back in your head.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's how my sources told me.
Find the audio, I dare you.
Who would want to? Why put anybody through that exercise? You sound terrible again today.
I disagree. I'm back, baby.
Can you? I'll just say that. And we have a secret. How about sports?
But yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to do. Shame me? I coughed.
Why? You're very sensitive lately.
What are you
Don't you think
talking
Mike's
about?
been extra sensitive lately?
Oh, here we go. Now this is going to
No,
be...
I'm serious.
All
Like,
right,
I've noticed this.
Yes, I've been very sensitive.
If there's sound play like that, you immediately jump in and you're like, what is that exactly? Like, let it play out. Can you let anything play out?
No.
What is wrong with you lately? Jesus.
You're out of your mind.
You keep saying
The
that.
Dale sound, you start talking in your real voice and getting like, into Kirk Minihane mode.
My voice was the
Ken
same.
Kenderson left.
My voice stayed the same the whole time.
No. You get passionate.
Mike,
And if he hung up,
no one agrees
if he
with
hung
you.
up,
No one agrees
it
with
is
you.
the fastest Dale as he should be in goal for the Bruins.
I heard
not
ooh, and he knew what it was right away.
Okay.
We'll go around the room. Dave, what do you think?
I think I heard the audio and I heard Mike's point today. I think Dale was done.
Justin?
No, I think as soon as he heard the woo,
And when I say people are listening, like I had people from both stations, multiple, reach out to me. Friends who I haven't talked to in like forever. we're like, I cannot believe Mike. I have one person from EI you cannot beat this guy's name out.
Sure.
We can horse around all you want, but it's not
What
going
did
to
he
happen.
slur to you?
Huh?
I said, what did he slur to you?
I was thinking of Gary Carter the other day, the great Hall of Fame catcher. And he said 3 more questions easily.
That's wild.
Well, call him. Call. Use Justin's phone. Call Dale again. We'll see if he can. We'll see if he was done or not. Is that reasonable?
You said he thought he knew it was you immediately?
No. I don't think he did it all until you did that thing.
No, that's
no
nuts.
question.
You got to hear it
You
again.
think Dale? I did listen to it.
His reflexes are so quick.
Well, he hits the hang up button, Mike. He didn't fucking jump off
Kirk,
a building.
imagine you have to take the phone from your ear, hit the hang up. It doesn't happen that fast.
Yes,
and
it
he
does.
would.
Of course it does.
No, it does. That he knew that was me that quickly
Well, who
and
says,
hung up
who
that
says,
quickly.
ooh, like, who else is going to say that?
That's crazy.
Call him from. We'll get Dale to answer the question.
That would mean he was so ready.
Well, I'm sure he had some suspicion, like Ken Kenderson's calling from. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, just to make you
And
fucked
the
up.
idea, you're ignoring the idea that Ken Kenderson is now angry with him.
You can't just admit it was a
You've got
bad,
to
it was a
admit,
bad
Dale.
instinct to jump in.
Of course, yes.
Okay, that's it.
Well, and it's not my show, so that I apologize.
Well, you're part of the show.
Yes. But
That's fine.
but I shouldn't have done that, was my point. But I don't believe he hung up because of me.
We definitely did.
I don't know.
Chemistry, the comedy, it had a little bit of everything.
Don't you think there has to be a sequel? Ooh.
It's too fast.
No,
It's way too fast.
Dave, not at all. He does the whole woo thing, and then he hangs up.
That
Do it
beep,
again, Dave.
That beep
Dave,
doesn't
that's
kick in that quick.
Comedy, it had a little bit of everything.
Don't you think there has to be a sequel? Ooh. Dave,
No
that's
way.
a long pause.
That was-
Justin,
no way.
That's a long
Yeah,
pause.
I'm changing my mind on
Yeah,
this.
that's
now.
not immediate.
That's
You're-
my
you are
mistake.
so
taking in the
wrong.
amount of
You
time.
are so wrong.
No.
Just admit you're wrong. Just it's
I don't
okay.
believe I'm wrong. I don't believe I'm wrong.
I'm like the Yankees lately. Take an L.
You're damn right. We're catching up, baby.
Right now, I think we're a game and a half out of the wild card,
That's right.
out of the second spot.
Jared was willing to admit the Sox are having a tough time.
Yeah. 5. And he said he's going to put whipped cream in his ass, and he does not like putting food in his ass. We know that.
I'm not so sure.
5 games out of the wild card right now. I mean, out of behind the Red Sox right now.
We're rallying.
5 games behind. Beat a really good Orioles team last night.
By the way, do you believe Jared's propaganda that he would be at your funeral over Ortiz's?
No, but he's trying to appease.
I understand.
You know, he's got a battle because he's got the Minifans, he's got the Colin Poppy fans.
Right.
He's got these, which debuts today, I believe.
Yep.
Today at noon?
At noon.
Yes.
I will retweet. I will not listen.
Really?
Oh, I'm not gonna. What am I going to listen to? that
Check
for?
it out, the first one. No?
Maybe
Have
like the
them do
first
it.
10 minutes.
Have them do it for you.
First 10 minutes you can listen to. Here we go.
Oh, we're here. Oh, wait. What's? Oh.
Hello.
Did you know that it was me and Mike the other day, like right away, or until Mike made the ooh sound on the show?
Took me a minute.
Okay, I was just trying to figure it out. But did you know it was me from the start?
Had an idea.
Oh. Then how much longer would you have played around for?
That was the end.
Oh, jeez. How's retirement?
Thank you, Dale.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
You would say am I exonerated then, Dale? Or, oh, well. Okay.
I ruined it again.
He hates you.
Now that time I ruined it.
Boy, awfully playful. He answered a couple of questions.
But he was done. He admits it. He's on my side.
I like he's like Clint Eastwood. A couple of minutes.
I knew it was you, pal.
Took my time.
Right from the start. That had the Minihane stink all over.
He answers the phone every time. Why hang up? I don't
That's
understand.
the one thing, the one criticism I would not accept on
You know what I'm
Twitter.
going to say right now? 1 second, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm going to make a prediction right now. He wants in this world.
Oh, you think so?
Yes. Yeah,
he was Dale Bear sitting on your desk.
Dave, 1 out of 10. How edgy was he there? 12?
Right there?
Yeah.
Come on.
That was a little edge.
That was playful
hey,
Dale.
fuck
That was
you,
playful
pal.
Dale right there.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Colleen saying that he was edgy on the radio.
Edgy was the wrong word, you know it, and then you were.
What's the word you used?
I know it was the wrong word in the moment.
Okay, well,
but you
that's
knew
the
I didn't
word
mean that. You know I don't mean edgy like Kirk Minihane. You know, for
How
Dale,
you say the word. Like,
Okay.
what am I supposed to think?
you
But
know.
I don't think he was ever edgy for sports talk radio.
No, he and Eddie Jerry's, he and Eddie would get into fights about sports. Like they would fight. Like Eddie would want whoever, who's the kid, Mac Jones, that's his name.
Yeah.
Mac Jones and Dale would want Cam
Newton.
Newton, and they would argue about that.
Right.
And then it was, it was-
Tangway, my favorite Tangway story is that they've disagreed
Dead-
on Brady and
dead
Bledsoe.
true.
And
Dead true.
Dale left.
Yeah, didn't talk to him.
But don't you think for back then that was not necessarily normal for sports talk radio?
It's
at
not
that
normal,
point?
but he's leaving the studio.
I mean, I don't know. The Big Show was on like after it. Like, I mean, they argued. Mike and the Mad Dog were on. They argued. It wasn't like I don't know, like edgy.
But like Tangway leaving your
Jerry was
show
on
was
before-
not edgy. You guys calling him a pedophile was quote edgy.
yeah,
But-
even though edgy is like edgy.
Right.
Edgy to me is like getting. It's not you're not trying. You either are or you aren't. Like going after the Red Sox and Linda Pizzuti getting suspended for a week is stupid. But I suppose it qualifies under edgy radio. I guess.
Edgy's been overused. I use it too much.
Going to an ice cream, delivering ice cream is edgy. That's edgy stuff.
That's very true. Well, I mean, considering who you're throwing out there.
That's true.
It's warrants.
It's very edgy.
Yeah.
I like Dale right there though. Like, I'll talk to this guy for a second. Yeah, it took me a minute. What about it? Fuck you.
I knew it was you the whole time. I
How's
was
retirement's a reasonable? I'm telling you, Dave. He wants in.
I got that vibe too.
I think he's gonna be
I think he
sitting.
wants
I
in.
think he's gonna be sitting in that seat at some point.
Yeah.
big enough.
In Mike's seat or my seat? Were you looking at me or
seat.
him?
I don't think he's gonna
okay.
be producing. Dave.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe if he wants to.
Teach him.
That'd be great.
He might know. He's been in the business a long time.
Well, Cullinane's out for a day, so we've got Dale Arnold.
That'd be great.
What was worse, Mike interrupting or me with Ryan Whitney?
Mike was worse because I didn't like. This was like for me like.
Everyone knew you would do that.
and I was excited. I had something going,
Yeah,
and Mike
right.
just stepped all over.
Yep.
Not according to
ruined
Dale. Not according to the man himself.
That's true. I guess you vindicated.
He's
Mike
admitted.
there.
But that's
yeah.
the one thing I will say is that people were like, well, now Dale will never answer again. It's like you've called him and said, fuck you 80 times now. I think you're all right.
As long as Dale answers the phone with the Wilbur, that's all. It's my only concern. I do want 1,000 people screaming at
Yeah,
him.
we'll need a new phone number.
But he may be there. You never know. He may be.
When do Wilbur prep meetings start? When does that happen?
Don't worry about it.
Well, Justin put an article on your desk to bring up kind of the Wilbur if it's in jeopardy.
I don't see it.
Where'd you put it?
I didn't put anything on his desk.
Oh, I think you said you put the Garth Brooks article canceling a Gillette concert.
No, he might be canceling it.
Oh, I thought you put it there. All right,
I don't
never mind.
care.
Yeah.
What do you? I don't. It'll get postponed. I'm sure. Like I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Why you think you're going? You think you'll be at the Wilbur?
Well, you said at our lunch, you said, "Are you ready for the Wilbur?"
Yeah, to watch. I assume you had a
Oh, to
ticket.
watch? Oh, okay.
I assume you
Oh,
bought
I don't
a
have a
ticket.
ticket, but
What lunch is this?
I'll go in the
Big
secondary
power
market.
lunch.
Yeah.
You were there, dummy.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. You think I had another lunch with Colleen after that? Yeah. Oh yeah. We have twice a week. No, Dave's producing the show. I think at the Wilbur if we're doing it. I
would assume.
I assume we're doing it. I know Steve's not fucking. He's lost his mind on Twitter.
And he's back. I
He's
saw that
He's
this morning.
snapped. He's gone back to full.
Yeah.
You know,
We're also paying our car payments.
It's Bitcoin and what's the woman? Is it Corey Bush?
Yeah. He was. Sorry, I'm going after her.
What's the name you would have heard Dave in the previous job? I'm sure to that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he seems like he's crazed now, Steve.
Crawling back.
I don't know. Yeah, good.
That is funny you say that because there was a text.
I don't know where he is right now, but yeah.
I talked to him the other day.
Oh, you talked to him?
Yeah. Well, I texted him.
Yeah.
And he seemed loose as a goose. He was ready.
Yeah, I think he's feeling good.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's. I don't know if he's about to hit the road or
That's
not.
what he told me. I
Oh, is
asked
that
him,
right?
I said, have you hit the road yet? He said, they're still bouncing around Maine, about
Yeah.
to hit the road soon.
Last time I talked to him, he was in Maine. He had something. He's doing. They had. I think it's this week. They're doing a memorial for his grandfather.
All right.
I think, right?
A little late. No.
Well, I know, but I think with COVID, I think like family members
that
were
makes
coming
sense.
in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think he's doing that. And then I think I think you're right. I think then he's taking off.
Maybe they waited to bury him till now.
You alluded to something on the show with him
I did.
for this week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if we had done the other thing,
Yeah.
we would do something with him. But God knows I'm not doing that with you guys.
What'd you think of my idea that I texted you last night?
I have no. What was it?
For Sacco. Along those lines. And along the lines of what we've been talking about, yeah.
Let me look. I don't know. Obviously, I'm overwhelmed. By
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Let me see.
You're not doing a lot of replying. Not even like the this morning was the first I got in a while.
It was a nah.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't answer, I would say
Mixed.
No good?
I would say not. Just assume not overwhelmed. But I'm open to all ideas. I appreciate the feedback. Why would you like me to text you more?
No, I just
nice.
yeah, I don't know. No, it's fine.
Steve all the time.
I'm trying to get real.
I knew it wasn't
no,
a hard.
I didn't,
no,
actually.
I knew
There was
it
a
wasn't
case
a
I
hard.
did, but what?
I knew it wasn't a hard no. You
Right.
would say a hard no, like you would say nah.
I did.
Yeah. No, you said
Oh, this
nah
morning.
to this morning.
Oh, to the Cuomo one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was again a good idea.
I thought you always said you and Steve texted every day.
But like maybe once or I think Dave and I text.
okay.
Dave sends me a text or two every day. I think.
I see.
Not every day. That is weird. That's weird. I got to get used to that. I don't love that.
What?
That we don't text every day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, not because not because of that, but because it's a full-time job, and it is weird to like not see the person you work with on a Tuesday and Thursday. It's just weird. You don't
I
think that?
guess.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm just
know.
telling
Check
you.
your phone.
Just being honest. Oh,
I mean,
thank you. That was
no
very
problem.
nice.
I just texted Dave. I loved him. Like what?
That's very nice.
I mean,
That's
what?
sweet.
Do you want emojis?
That's kind.
Do you want,
I do want
the
some
jungle
emojis.
Jungle was it jungle cruise emoji? Wouldn't it be great if Dale? I mean, I don't blame Dale. I was dumped on Dale for it. Wouldn't it be great if Dale was just like, I'm retired now. Let's fuck around a little bit. Like just
Fuck you, pal.
or even just like have some fun and be like, geez, like it would go a long way.
Right.
Because I actually really did for a long time like Dale a lot.
I remember
I don't
called
even,
him your radio
I don't even
dad.
honestly dislike Dale. People will be surprised to hear that.
Right.
I just dislike that he was so quiet while shit was happening and like, but that's who he is. And
It was the meeting, right? Is that what killed it? That
it
sensitivity
was,
training?
and he
or
really
whatever?
really was kind of just very, 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 very quiet. But I actually think he's underneath all a nice guy.
But he doesn't own how much of a dork he is. That's the problem.
But that's okay.
Like,
I
but
don't care.
that to
I don't
me
care
is
that he's a dork.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that to me is like
what the
it's
high
almost
school
like
quarterback.
I don't know. If I were a dork and someone like you were making fun of me, I'd almost think of it not as like a sign of respect.
Oh, you're
but
cool. You're saying?
I don't know. I think it's a nice I don't know. Other people
He's not
don't
a dork,
acknowledge
Mike.
it.
He's cool. If he was a
No,
dork, if he
I'm-
was a geek.
No, you know
What's
what I
up,
mean.
geek?
Yeah, Dave was on the right end of the schoolyard,
Yeah, some dorks over there.
turning kids upside down.
No, that's not it. It's more that he's just like my issue with Dale was always like he would motherfuck worse than anybody during breaks, and then the red light would go on, and he'd be like, "Well, pretty excited for
Well,
the
that's
show
kind of what
today."
Dave's saying, though. He's not very playful. Like he's not himself on
No,
air, really.
but he's very
But he is in a way.
sort of. Yeah, I mean, you could tell
He's a stick in the mud.
You can tell he's like angry and bitter and stuff. And but I mean,
You're the most miserable son of a bitch I've ever met.
like
See, like, that sounds phony.
That's so fake. right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Right. Like I remember he fought with Joey once on the air. And he said to Joey, it doesn't matter what your name is. I just thought of that. He said the rock thing to that guy. So, we'll talk
your
about
boxers in a
Zarbato
bunch.
in the way in a second. I said I was going to start the show today by talking about the audio, right?
Yes.
Real
Very-
quick, though.
What's that?
I do want to add to the Dale thing. Justin has a full review if you ever want to go to it. He bought a ticket.
For what?
Jungle
Cruise.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yesterday I went to go see it.
You went to the theater to see it?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Patriots Place.
Patriot Place.
Yep. It was $6.
Solo?
Yeah, I just went by myself.
Okay. Any
said
treats?
The chemistry was
You
overwhelming.
didn't even, no popcorn or anything?
Nope, it was 11:40 in the morning.
Okay. So 11:40. You're there. How many people were in the theater?
5.
5. All right. So go ahead. Let me hear it.
It was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
The entire time I was thinking, how are they going to make a sequel out of this? Because there is no open-endedness at the end of the movie.
Did you tweet to The Rock about it?
I did not.
Oh. Oh, okay. A review.
People are doing that now.
You've been to the theater much since late in the past few months?
That's the first time I've been in the theater since I saw Sonic the Hedgehog. Before
Wow.
The,
What a return.
It's the last movie I saw. Of course, I took my 9-year-old son to see that, but Justin went by himself.
No, I did not go by myself.
Who'd you go with?
I went my mom. My mom went to see it.
Okay, so your mom took her
She
son
treated
as well.
him. Yeah, yeah.
Same thing. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
$6 tickets. Now
That's matinee.
that's a good deal.
It'd be great if you and Justin's mom saw each other at the theater. Harry and Justin are playing with trucks on the
Messing
ground.
around. Want to go to Chick-fil-A? Why didn't you bring your lady friend to this?
Because I didn't want to. I just wanted to.
Wait, what a review, Mike. I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm sorry. I thought it was funny when he said he watched the whole time looking for a sequel, and he's like, "There's no fucking. It doesn't make
It's like
any
anything
sense."
else. If it makes enough money, they'll jam one in there. But,
Yeah.
but they're just meeting about
But
it.
he said like the ship wrecked, and like there's no
Jeez,
like
don't-
it's
don't
complete
spoil it for
conclusion.
me. Jesus, Mike, don't spoil it for me. I was very excited about Jungle Cruise.
I hate his Mike. What are you doing?
He doesn't.
It infuriates me.
Yeah, I think I feel like he's down on you now.
Oh, he has been. He'll never admit it to me, but he has been since day one.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Didn't you bring him in?
I thought so.
Right, Justin,
No,
or no?
Steve did really.
I'm not down on Mike.
No, who brought you in, Steve or Mike?
Steve.
Oh, okay.
He was my intern. You know,
was?
I molded him into the man he is now. But
He was your actual intern?
I mean, technically, I don't know what his title was, but
Who knows?
Justin was
I
pretty,
dealt with him more than Steve, I think.
He was pretty brutal on Mike with the interrupting on his what do we call it? The Look Ahead show.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hear some people saying that, like, Mike only did it because he thinks Dale was off the hook. But, like, if you watch the video, Mike starts doing it even before Kirk even asks the question. Like, Dale even gets done talking.
Hold on. 1,000% right. I could see Mike's
No, it isn't.
Sorry.
Yes, it is.
I could see Mike, and this is
I
where
did it before you asked the question?
I was talking to Mudd about this yesterday.
So I did it both before and after you asked the question.
Hold on, let me talk. Don't be so sensitive.
Outrageous.
Jesus, sensitive city.
No, correct is what this is.
I wish I had a talkback button. We don't have one because I would have been like while talking to Dale because I could
Right.
see Mike wanted to get involved. I should have said just kill his mic or just tell Mike to
true.
shut the
The whole
fuck
time
up.
I was
I
like,
should have
this.
done that on my own.
No,
That's
no,
my-
no, no.
I was
no,
covering
no,
up my
no.
laughing the whole
You got to
time.
own some.
But I saw him kind of started to go in a little bit, like you were putting your head in. I was like, oh god, he's gonna say something, and he did, and he fucked the whole thing
Yeah.
up. You ruined it.
This is where
Mutt
I'm.
said the old Kirk Minihane would have like destroyed
Eviscerated
Mike.
me.
But I don't think so because I said he's trying. It was not from a lack of effort.
Right. Well, the other problem is I should have backed away instead of gone in because the only thing I thought is that he wouldn't really hear it or know what it was. That was my logic.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Justin. Continue.
I'm really hoping that that Mike learns from that and he doesn't do that again.
Good. I agree. I agree with that.
Yes,
It's a learning
you're-
lesson.
Yes, I'm glad Justin hopes that I won't make ghost sounds on the next phone call.
See how sensitive he's getting, Justin?
Very sensitive.
Yeah,
he jumped on my throat yesterday.
We were
too.
really
I do it so you can have this
What
chemistry.
happened? He
Yeah,
did?
he's like, I don't like this Justin right here, who's confident and because
Where did he say this?
No.
Right after this, I said, Mike,
Yesterday.
that was a bad move, and you said, I don't.
Oh,
like
you were
how
on the
Justin-"
show with him? What are you
No,
talking
it was
about?
on. I'm sorry, on Monday's show.
Oh, I don't know.
When I said,
No, I
I
don't
know
like
something.
that voice. Like, jeez, Mike.
it was
come-
bad, Mike. I mean,
jeez, Mike.
Say you fucked up.
No, I
Jim
don't-
Calhoun said just.
Oh,
you
well,
fucked-
I did say that. That I said, but I don't think he hung up because of me. Is my
Oh,
contention.
definitely. Dave, you've changed your mind on that, Dave?
Yeah, I changed my mind. He hung up. Yeah, he
Dale
hung up.
admitted.
Yeah.
Dale's on my side on this.
That's true. You and Dale are
A
together.
man I've always been in lockstep with.
So in 2014, I called Erin Andrews a bitch,
Mm-hmm.
famously. And after that happened, I said, I'm never going to call a woman on the air a bitch ever again under any. It was a pact I made with myself under any circumstances, ever,
Mm-hmm.
ever. And I did on Monday's show. So I said to Dave, if it had been if I'd done with Steve during the pre-YouTube days, I would have said, just take it out.
Right.
So we just took it out. And a cunt, I think. Which, by the way, is I would like if anybody wants to ask me these questions, like I'll stand by them. They're factual statements. But like I just don't want that thing to then lead. It's not worth the rest of the shit. So there's no major thing to it. But it was a pact I made on my own. I broke it. It's somebody who is work with Murchison in the past, and there are people who I understand because of the way we used this person a couple of years ago. It seemed like they were anti-Murchison, but they're not. But these people on Twitter who mess around with her don't care about that, and that's okay too. Like I'm not. They don't know enough, so it's nothing to get worked up about. No big deal.
Right.
I don't think it was just I was like I am. It's not. This human being is not worth it.
Yeah, these guys said a bunch of people. I didn't realize a bunch of people were asking about it because when I saw your tweet, like, we'll address this on one, I was like, oh, that doesn't seem like that
Well,
big a deal. But-
people were watching live and it just shut off
Right.
on them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And we're not going to be a show like I'm not. We're never going to have a show where I don't address something like that.
Of
like
course,
it doesn't
yeah.
make it doesn't like I can't kill other shows and then come on and be like, oh no, we didn't.
That's just your rule, by the way, right? Can I call a woman a bitch if
You
I
may,
want to call
no,
her?
not in this show. You
Oh,
can't.
okay.
No. There's no why. I'm like, why?
Can I just say she sucks, I guess?
Sure.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't think
And you
it's-
could call
it's
guy-
just shit talk. You don't want the worst for her.
I understand that. Well, actually, I do. But if that person is not worth somebody grabbing that audio and turning it into something.
Sure.
That's all it is. That's like literally why that's what it is. And they still may do that and let them do it and go for it. But I would just say, and there are people. Things frustrate me. Things get under my skin once in a while. And these people who pal around with these Murchison pals drives me nuts, but they elect to do it, and that's okay. Like, I'll tell you what annoyed me. I'll just give you an example. And this again, as I said to Dave last week, Mike, is a me issue. Well, I'll talk about IP Vanish first. IPVanish is a virtual private network, a VPN for short. The V is for virtual, the P is for private, the N is for network, and I would add F at the end. Fun. VPNF. Do you think they'll do that or no?
It might take a lot of work.
Well, let's send it to
I
them.
don't know if it's
You don't think so?
branding wise, it doesn't seem smart.
How about a virtual fun private network, VFPN?
That I like a little more, yeah.
Then another F at the end for fun again.
Okay, good.
You think that works?
It sounds better. It's snappier.
Yeah, I like that. See how it works, Mike? I talk, then you talk. That's how I want to do it here from now on.
Thank you.
That's my other real change.
I'll never interrupt you.
Thank you. You can use a VPN on your computer, tablet, phone, even things like your Fire Stick when you're streaming media. When you use a VPN, all your data is protected. What you're reading, what you're searching for, what you're watching, completely safe. If you care about the security of your online activity, the easiest way to protect yourself is with IPVanish VPN. Again, connection for all the traffic, prevents websites, providers, even hackers from intercepting your data. You can keep your financial details, personal information, and online activity safe from threats with IPVanish. Here's what you do. Go to IPVanish.com/Kirk. That's all lowercase. IPVanish.com/Kirk. And you save 65% off monthly and annual subscriptions by going to IPVanish.com/Kirk. IPVanish.com/Kirk. This is, again, a me issue. But this irritated me. It didn't like ruin my weekend or anything or whatever it was. So we raised a bunch of money for that Mancock guy. Last year? 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was right
Last
before
year.
Sacco.
What's that?
It was right before Sacco last
Right
year.
before Sacco last year. Very nice, and I see there was that train collision in Boston the other night, on Friday night. And this Mancock guy tweets out, geez, anybody check on Kirk Minihane? I'm kind of like, for me, I'm like, but that's me, like, because I joke around about it. But I'm kind of like,
I know exactly what you mean. I do the same thing where I'm like, they're trying to be funny.
right. I'm like, well, this is a real thing. Like, and you know, but again, like, I can't, he doesn't look at me as a human being. Like, he looks at me as a show, and he's trying to impress these other assholes, and that's okay. But I was kind of like, I'll be honest, looked at it, I was like, fuck that guy.
But I don't know if that's on you.
Oh, I think it is.
I don't really
think it
agree
is.
because he's
But I joke around about it. Like, it's not. I don't think that's my thing. I think.
I suppose, but it is if anyone that didn't know you that well said that to you, you'd still be like, what the fuck is that? So I don't think it's weird to react that way.
But it's also the community we've built, though. Like,
he's not committing an atrocity.
Oh no,
like, he's not doing anything crazy.
But I looked at it and I was kind of like, fuck him.
But yeah, I think it's a natural reaction to be like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, you gotta
there's
get over that. Yeah, you gotta get over that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Oh,
people that
I'm not over it, but I mean, I know he's a buddy of yours, Dave. But
No,
like,
I mean, he's not really a buddy. I just mean you invite that closeness. Like, he thought he was making you laugh. He thought he was making.
and I'll laugh too if his kid gets sick again. Even.
and we're square.
I'm gonna raise a bunch of money to get his kid sick.
But he doesn't think it's reversed. Like, he doesn't think.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Obviously, he's a nice guy. I hope his kid's doing well. Who knows?
She is. She
But
is.
it always
Okay, I
annoys
don't, I don't
me.
get any updates. I only raised
I get updates.
$100,000 for the guy. But
Whatever happened to that kid?
they gave me a bumper sticker or something. But no, but like it's like I look at that. I'm like, but I'm kind of an asshole too. So I'm like, what do you get? But it's not. It's not something that I get worked up about. Right. But I see it just being is what we do, and I'm like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, with me, I've never helped anyone. So with me, it's
Sure,
more
well,
like
it's
people that like DM me and are like, "Hey man, great job!" Like, they're very nice to me in DMs,
Yeah.
and then I see them on Twitter, like, this fat fuck.
Right.
I'm like, where was
Yeah.
this when you were talking to me? What
But
the
obviously,
fuck?
I have a whole community of people who just make their Twitter livings talking all day about how much they hate me. I'm okay with that. That doesn't even bother me, really.
Right.
But this stuff, I'm kind of like, I don't. Like,
Yeah.
is that funny? Whether it's funny or not, I guess is a different argument. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, fuck him. But again, that's not his problem. He's just trying to be funny and glib and whatever. And,
I get it. I wonder. I think like kids now, like Harry will be much better at this, like that generation,
yeah.
because we like grew up. We didn't grow up with it really. I sort of did.
But they're much nicer though, younger kids now. Like they've been so trained not to bully.
Well, then we had a 17-year-old said he's dropping F-bombs all over the
True.
place.
Yeah,
Colin,
but
so-
I see more of like acceptance and tolerance and like,
But I think like
the
they're
other
gonna
night
be better.
the other night I was at dinner with Kate and Harry, and I might have dropped so many homophobic slurs. It was like crazy.
Wait, did you?
Oh, I mean, no, I've never had a slur in my life. I have never, in fact, ever said a slur in my entire life.
What a wild.
I read that. It's
forgot?
funny. So I read that right after I did the thing where I took the audio out calling this person a cunt the other day. And I thought, I read that statement. I was like, this statement Damon has is like the death of society, really. Like, and my guy Pat tweeted out, like, we're now in the business of canceling people for saying they don't say things anymore.
Right.
Like,
and admitting their faults.
Yeah, I mean, and now he's lying now. That of course becomes a problem where it's like, well, I'll see if I have the actual statement here.
It's wild when you go back and read it. I was like, oh, maybe they misquoted him, and then we found it on the show yesterday, and it was like, it's wild.
It's just a weird. Oh, here it is. He never used the word in this. Matt Damon said he has never used the word in his personal life and does not use slurs of any kind. So Matt Damon, who's 50, and is a guy from this area for a while, has never used that word in his entire life. That is like impossible.
But let's say that someone like that is out there. Matt Damon's not that person because the original story is that they were sitting around the dinner table. She gets him and he goes, "Oh, come on! I said it in movies. Who gives a shit?"
Right. Yeah, and the guy now it's like now you're in the business of people writing things for you and you spin things, as opposed to, you know what, just letting it float away. Like,
right.
It would be by the time 2 movies from now come out, no one's gonna.
He wasn't gonna lose any work. There are some people that would have, but he wasn't gonna lose a job.
He's not cancelable.
No.
I mean, unless he turns out to be like Kevin Spacey or something. But I mean, like saying you don't use slurs anymore is not.
He'd have to go on like a Mel Gibson level rant.
Sure,
with that word.
Even Mel Gibson works.
Yeah,
like you go away for it's all timing, but it's insane. And it's now I was defending him. Now I'm like, fuck this guy. Like this is what he's just gonna lie about this shit.
Well, when you we're talking about the YouTube thing, I was gonna say it would have been a great test to see how phony the three of us are. If you came in and were like, yeah, I don't know what happened to the YouTube show. It just came down.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
and we'd all be like, yeah, it did.
But that's what I mean. I never want to be that show. It's just like, yeah, I did that. I don't want to say it ever. Like, it's got nothing to do with whether I think this person's an asshole or cunt or whatever. But I just don't, like, it's a pact I made with myself. But yeah, if I had said to you guys, like, hey, we're not mentioning it. Like,
right.
It's just not going to do that. Like, you know, but I mean, obviously I've worked at places where you would do that. But yeah.
And then Mr. Fucking Honesty Me would be like, well, I've never heard you say it, boss.
What? Yeah, you crazy?
Never heard you say it in your life.
What else is going on, Colin?
You want to talk about EEI's new hire?
What else? Well, maybe we'll talk about me in a minute. But anything else?
Let's see. Did you see your friend Julie DeCaro canceled Gordon?
I did. My buddy Gordon Eads, who's a
Yes.
fucking asshole.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the opposite.
We had him at Fenway. We had him at spring training one year. I don't know why. We would do this terrible media roundtable, which sucked. I hated it. Dino loved it, and he'd be like, who's going to surprise us this year? And
Does sound fun.
And he wrote something. I criticized him, and like he's like, I've been writing for 30 years, and I was like, all right, fine, whatever.
Well, he was the historian for the Red Sox.
And I said to him, I was like, you're just a Red Sox lackey. And of course, he wound up working for the Red Sox after that. Then retired. He was hosting Julie DeCaro, our friend Julie DeCaro, for a Zoom conversation, right?
Yes. I was looking forward to this because I've listened to a lot of Julie DeCaro interviews with that stuff. I think Gordon Eads was going to bring something different to the
no
table.
question.
He was going to rip into it.
I really do.
What's this lawsuit about?
Many ideas, and they wound up canceling it. And I will say, on my end, my hands are legally clean. I did not tell anybody. If people want to interact and participate in the Zoom call, that's up to them. I didn't tell anybody. I'm happy to turn over my phone. Nothing.
I don't know whether or not you guys had something planned. My
Nothing.
tweet was only in reference to I was getting tagged in a bunch of those.
Me too.
So I was like, well, maybe they saw something.
I had nothing, but I'm sure they saw enough internet.
Right, of course. And then this will be like, hey, we're we're pushing it back late in the fall, and then people forget about it.
What will turn into though is them saying, oh, they bullied us into moving. Like
Right.
that stuff. What are you laughing at?
No, somebody tweeted out the other day or in the DM said like all the signups that were Merck Kinahan and like.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's the thing. So they're like, nope, we're not doing that. Which, I mean, typical Red Sox, they're hosting that fucking stupid thing.
I think it would have been fun to see a female writer's perspective on things.
I mean, Gordon Eads, who I guarantee you didn't read a page of that book. He's just going to sit there and just, do his fucking crap or whatever.
I like the idea that someone like Julie DeCaro has a fresh take. Like that's what she in her book is literally what everyone's been saying for 5 years now about.
It's
females
also,
in sports.
I guess they must have to, some series, maybe they have to, because if you're picking that book, I mean, you must have nothing to do.
No.
Nothing.
They should get a guy who's like some fucking nut who's against Julie DeCaro saying, I don't want these broads in sports. Like, that would be interesting.
Sure, but you think, what's it called? The Fenway what?
Writers series?
Yeah,
right?
the Fenway Writers series or something along those lines. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, with Gordon Eads sitting there, that loser.
And he's not even the historian anymore, is he? I don't think he is.
I don't know who the Red Sox.
He lost that title?
Person historian.
I think he donates his time now. I think he's.
I don't even think he has the prestige of the Red Sox historian.
What a loser. Oh, and humorless too, just like the rest of them. Rob hated him, by the way.
Oh, really?
Gordon Eads, Rob Bradford hates you. Just in case, just in case you make it uncomfortable for both of them. So EEI yesterday, my old station made a big announcement, a game changer. When I say I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like Jerry Orbach at the end of Dirty Dancing. When I say I'm wrong, I'm wrong. They hired a new brand manager. I think the first brand manager was Kevin Graham replacing Jason Wolf. That meant all encompassing. So
is it the same as program director?
yes, that's part of the job.
Oh, okay.
So Joey left in like December or January, I think.
January, yep.
January. So they've been waiting for the right person to come in.
Right. Who could fill those shoes?
And man, did they find the guy. 58 years old and from Indianapolis, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, what's his name? Jeff Pickard?
And I'm Jeff Rickard. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jeff. I'll do my best. This guy is as central casting, boring, like just drip, who's getting paid nothing and will contribute nothing. He will walk in and make like 2 changes. He'll change the clock. He'll have like a couple of like segment ideas, but he's going to walk in and be like, let me get this straight. Luminal, you play for the Red Sox, and Chris, you play for the Patriots. You guys are going to do great.
We got to promote that more.
Yeah,
so people know.
Yeah, like it's going to be that, or like geez, Gresh, I love you. I love that you're a bulldog. It's going to be all
Tough
that.
guy.
It's going to be all that crap, and like this guy is a career journeyman. Like zero. He's never accomplished a thing in this business. Nothing. Do we have his number, Dave?
I tried to get the cell and I couldn't find
At
it.
the beginning of his YouTube reel, that's not right.
I tried that number and it didn't go to him. I could try. I'll try again. It didn't work yesterday. Yeah,
Sure.
let me go.
At least they didn't go with 2 boring white guys to fill those roles, though.
What's the other thing? Like, what diversity by David Field? 2 fucking old, fat, boring, drip white guys.
Ken Laird is the model for, like, when they're talking about, like, these old white men. Like, it would be a picture of
Right.
Ken Laird.
And I got nothing against Ken. Like,
And the
Ken,
name Ken Laird, even.
Ken will do a good job in it. So Ken's essentially the assistant program director. He's putting the schedules together now, basically, or running a Jimmy Fund. He'll actually do a good job with that. He's good, but like he's organized. It's a good hire. They should just make him the program director. This guy's they're paying this guy money. It's almost sad. Like they're making this guy move from Indianapolis, and like he's gonna do this job in like in 2 years he'll be gone. He'll have done nothing. It's a waste of everyone's time.
Why not have someone that at least knows Boston radio? Not that Ken would be great
You
at
don't even
it.
need the job. The job is not necessary anymore.
Right.
What's he gonna do? Go in and do what? What's different now is with me being gone and older guys like Jerry and Glenn and Dale. Like everyone else now, well, other than Greg, it doesn't matter. Like Andy, they'll all listen to what this guy says though. They'll just do what they'll do what he tells them to do.
Right.
Which is, I've heard this guy talk, and I got to say, this guy is electrifying.
Your call has been forwarded
Yeah,
to an automated voice message.
I did love Ken's playful banter in the statement, though. Well, as long as Greg doesn't come to his senses and fire him, it's like, oh, that's cute.
It's just so written by some corporate crap. Do we have any? So we got sound of my guy Jeff.
Yeah, we got a bunch of
What do we
random
got?
sound of Jeff. Not doing anything too crazy. He just, I feel bad too because he had a heart attack recently. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He kind of seems like a decent human being. Doesn't
Well,
that?
who
Doesn't
cares?
that
He's
suck?
the
I know. But
That's just me and you and fans hanging out, and we can agree, we can argue, but I like to think that it's literally just if we were sitting at a game and we.
Well, hold on. No, I'm not here this
time.
time. Hold on. I'm gonna guess. You know what? We could, but at the end of it, we're gonna get along okay.
Oh, that's good.
Like you might like the Cowboys, and I might like the Eagles.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like at the end, we just kind of a couple of beers, and we say it's just a game.
Yeah, that's why people loved Francesa. Is I would get along with this guy.
Like, oh, so you mean like you're not supposed to like shoot each other in the head? I didn't realize. Oh, it's supposed to be some measure of perspective. Thanks, Jeff. I didn't know that.
You wouldn't commit violent crimes against each other, is what he's saying.
No, exactly. I think. Well, I'm speculating. Go ahead, Jeff.
That's just me and you and fans hanging out, and we can agree, we can argue, but I like to think that it's literally just if we were sitting at a game and we saw a play, and you said, "Oh, he was out," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? He was
Safe, yeah.
I like that we can still be friends and we can argue to no end. And
Hold on. Do you guys think? I'll ask you guys. I don't ask for advice much. I had an old buddy of mine, actually named Dave, from years ago. I haven't talked to this guy. I don't think I've ever told this story. I haven't talked to this guy in 24 years. We were watching a baseball game once, and the guy was, I thought, safe.
Right.
Dave said he was out. We haven't talked since.
Oh my god!
Should I reach out, or is that?
What'd you say? 21 years?
24 years.
20. That's a lot of time.
It's that. It's like you can't bring up Trump vaccine passports or safe
Right, yeah.
matters.
Should I call Dave?
They're ruining friendships.
I should just call Dave and be like, you know what, Dave, you're right. He was out. Can we start over?
He'd give you the Dale. Fuck you.
I like Jeff. I like this guy, Jeff. I'd like to think that we could do this. No, Jeff, you can do it. Really, you can watch that game. I'm telling you, it's not that bad. Oh, then he's one of these guys too. He thinks of this myth that Boston is like this crazy town now. Like it's like everywhere else.
Even for the sports analogy, the example he shows is so mundane. Like it's not even Brady Bledsoe or something.
Did you see a great little quote that he had?
No.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. All right, what else from Jeff?
The second that microphone goes on, you just do what you do and you kind of forget about the nerves. It's like driving a car. There's a point where you get in that car and you know what to do with that car.
That's true.
There's a point where you get in that car and you know what to do with that car. I would imagine it's like this. I don't fly airplanes, but I have some friends and family that do. I would imagine.
Can I tell you? First of all, if I was
go
still doing the show, like obviously the sound would be playing on the show in the morning and making fun of this guy to get off to a terrible start.
Yeah.
It would be like Kevin Graham, who I liked a lot. I feel like I'd probably like this guy, but I'd be like, you cannot come in the office. You're fucking annoying me with these stupid things. Go away. Go fucking fix the shows that suck and leave me alone.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you like this kind of
Well, I
guy?
mean, he sounds like he might be. I'll just say there was.
He's probably a nice guy.
There was a story written about him yesterday by somebody who called me after they wrote it yesterday to make sure I wouldn't make fun of them too much.
Oh boy.
I won't say their names. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna blow it for him.
That's
I'll
good.
just say that.
That's good.
But this person might have said this guy seems like a very, very nice guy.
Oh, okay.
So I want to say he's a nice guy.
I have no doubt he's a nice guy, but you don't always like nice guys necessarily.
I actually hate them more, honestly. Kevin Graham was
And I'm Jeff Rickard.
Hey,
have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin Graham was the nicest guy you ever want to meet in your life, and he would drive me fucking crazy.
That's fine. I'm glad to know that it's program director though, because I was like, why are they announcing like a marketing guy? I didn't understand.
They're turning into like, he's in charge of whatever the webs.
Yeah. They'll change the logo slightly.
Yeah, that's what they'll do, and they'll be like, you'll hear different like Kevin's big thing when he came in was he had this guy for the imaging they call the voice stuff at the station, and we had a bunch of different guys who did it. Pete Gustin did it.
Dana.
Who?
Dana, is it Hershey or Hershey?
He didn't do it for us. No.
Oh, he didn't?
No. Dana Hershey, no. Cutter, was that the guy's name? And then Smitty would do some stuff, and he brought in this guy he knew whose voice was so fucking awful from Ohio, and we would just shit on it all the time.
I remember who you're talking about. Yeah.
And drove Kevin fucking crazy. But he would always come and be like, I understand where you're coming from. He was always like that. Super. I have a feeling this guy's gonna be like that too.
Balls to the wall.
But anybody who says they have friends who fly planes, I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of a hardo too.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Imagine someone knowing pilots.
You know somebody who flew a plane? Wow. What else from Jeff?
Well, you say I wouldn't be good on the case, but I think I found my investigation skills. I know why he's here. Like I know why.
I will say, Dave. So I have a couple of theories. So that's a good one. So when a program director comes in, generally Kevin got one. Obviously, Wolfie hired a bunch of them. Joey did too. Joey wound up moving swap the midday and the afternoon shows. Kevin Graham brought in Tim Benz. Wolfie kind of, a bunch over the years. They usually allow one move. So I do think that there's an afternoon opening. My friend Glenn Orway's leaving. I think that he's going to have some role in naming this guy.
I would imagine.
I think there's a chance he might be the afternoon host. Now, remember, he's the morning host in this AM station in Indianapolis.
Oh, interesting. So this calls for a big shot, you're saying?
I could see himself going in there with those guys, maybe, which would be wonderful disaster.
Sounds like it would be brutal. It sounds sulkish.
Sounds so bad. Yeah. He's not, his voice isn't about sulks.
Oh, his actual voice? No, but it would be that same type of not getting bought, like a guy from Indianapolis doing sports radio here.
And Salk was one of the giant assholes of all time. I can't even tell you what an asshole he was.
Yeah.
So, but Dave's theory is that he's getting ready to throw some old guy out of the booth here.
The only thing I can tell you is, without naming specific teams, is I've been a finalist down to the last 2 or 3 for a couple of Major League Baseball and NBA teams in the past, and it's something that I think I could do well.
That's his end game right there.
Okay, there you go. That makes a lot of sense.
That's his end game.
Because I'm like, what's a 58-year-old doing moving like at this point of his life? Why do that?
Right.
if I could have a chance to be a full-time play-by-play guy for an NBA team, an NFL team, or Major League Baseball team, I'd be gone. That would be it.
Ooh.
That's what I would do for the rest of my life.
What interview was this, by the way?
This was some obscure one I found. Yeah, just a random guy looking for advice from Rickard here.
But there you think he's not replacing Ordway, but Kastig.
Yeah, yes, I can see that maybe too.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Kastig was 90, right?
Can you believe it?
They have some young drip doing play-by-play. I could see him putting himself in there.
Is Castiglione not doing it anymore?
No, I have no idea.
Or more limited?
But I think he does. I think he has I don't know. He's like 100 years old.
I think you need a backup plan at this point.
I would think.
Yeah.
So there you
Literally in the room, just in case.
So Jeff Rickard, is that his name?
Yeah.
Jeff. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Hello, Jeff.
Sorry.
Mark, any chance that Frank Reich and he have been exchanging just nothing more than like heart emojis on text lately? Frank.
Okay. I don't even know what the hell to say about that.
I missed it. I deleted that audio. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Milton's a store for men. You go to miltons.com. Their big summer sales going on right now, and their buy one get one free suit event continues to go on. Vineyard Vines, Tommy Bahama, Under Armour, North Face, all the great stuff. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square. There we go. Jesus, dummy. Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. Or you go online at miltons.com. Go to miltons.com. Get all your stuff. Look good. You guys go on the sock out, by the way. Try and be presentable, for Christ's sakes. Don't look like slobs like you did last year. It's why I almost killed myself. It's true. Go to miltons.com. Miltons.com today, or South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. These store for men are great longtime partners at Milton's. What else is going on, boys?
Did you actually see that KFC got the Rock retweet, by the way?
I did see that. I did. I'll tell you, if you fish enough for the Rock, he's going to give it to you, I think.
It seems like it. He just replied. He must have a guy doing that, right?
Maybe, yeah, probably, right? I guess.
I would think, because he can't be on Twitter
He
all
does
fucking
himself?
day.
Absolutely the Rock.
It's him?
100%.
Not just someone that knows his voice very well?
No, it's 100% the Rock.
All right.
Every time, you think? You don't think somebody controls the social at all?
For promotional stuff, sure. But he's directly replying to
It's like Brady. Like, nobody thinks Brady's tweeting that stuff, right?
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's
wacky.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody think that? Oh, I saw that Schefter tweet yesterday where he was like, "Do you see that?"
I didn't think it was as odd as you did.
He looks about 20 years older than the other guy.
Oh, from that aspect, yeah.
It's like, yeah, they look like the same age. I'm like, no, they don't.
I thought you thought it was weird, which is a little weird that he was wishing them a happy birthday.
That is weird also. But like, but he's like, they look the same age. I'm like, no, first of all, no, they don't. Brady's face looks able to fall off. He's had so much plastic surgery.
No, it's all natural.
Jesus Christ. Is that part of the Guerrero thing, jamming that shit in your face? I mean, God, he looks, I don't know, he looks bizarre.
Him and Portnoy graduated Michigan at the same time, and they look the exact same age, I think.
So I listened a little bit. It got a little too much for me, but Portnoy had our guy on, Rico, and they were screaming back and forth with each other.
Yeah,
Rico,
it wasn't that entertaining. Did you find that?
I found it to be a little tedious after a while.
You should have kept. Justin was playing it on the ride in this morning. I was more curious about the interview after Rico Bosco.
They had Mike Portnoy talking about cookies or no?
No,
for a little bit.
Oh, was he talking about that too?
What were they talking about after that?
Then afterwards, they went on like a 40-minute rant about Portnoy had a tweet about the Red Sox-Yankees game from like a couple weeks ago.
He was kidding about it.
Not according to Mike Portnoy.
I know that. I know.
It's funny you have that perspective.
I saw Mike Portnoy tweet at the time that he apologized the next day for his son. The son. I'm like, it's the joke, you idiot.
It lasted. I mean, the duration of the ride from Waltham to Watertown, at least.
Them yelling at each other. Jesus Christ. God, he's a national treasure, Mike Portnoy.
They had to look up the definition of sarcasm to appease Mike Portnoy. He's like, that was not sarcasm.
Were you on Rico's team there? What do you think of the Rico situation?
I have no idea. I don't even understand it.
He didn't show up. They said show up on Monday. He doesn't show up, and they get Jeff Danu to show up.
And they beeped out a lot of shit. I don't know what that was about either. I was confused. I was just confused.
I think that was his real name, and they were fucking with him.
Oh, is that right? I think Dan came in. It got more confusing. I'm sure I just don't understand. I don't pay enough attention to it. But
shout out to Dan for listening to the show the other day, by the way, because he referenced you in that interview.
It's about time. Now he's afraid. He's not going to reference you enough.
What am I doing? I'm shouting out what?
Well, I'm just saying he's paying attention to what you're talking about.
Shout out, Dan. Shout out. Great.
Dan,
two hours for you. He does the Bobby Knight. Phil Jackson, it was psychoanalytics, or what was that?
Let me tell you
Psychosynetics.
Let me tell you something.
You can do this. Yeah, they get in your head.
I am the most hands-off coach there is. But when a guy
hands off.
Yeah.
You got me fucking in the practice. We got a lot of shit. You hands on, buddy.
What the hell are they talking about? I will say I'm with Dave on this one. Dave is super, at least in my experience, crazy hands off. He doesn't know a fucking thing.
Maybe with betting shit, not as much though.
I think
That's the only thing I can
he's
think
telling
of.
him to go to work.
Yeah, well,
Work on Monday. You give him a week's notice. He works for him. Like, I don't know.
I like Rico, and if he doesn't want to show up, I'd say go fuck yourself.
I mean, the other thing about Rico was like, you can't be that guy, and then you got to quit. You be like, yeah, fuck
I think
you.
I think he's prepared to if he had to. Yeah, he was prepared to quit.
Well, then quit.
I hate to say that about that because I know Rico has a lot of respect for the mafia. There is no mafia, but he has a lot of respect for that world. Sort of. But he does seem like the rat that kind of runs from family to family.
It's a little bit.
Say whatever he has to.
There's a little bit of Henry Hill going on there.
I hate to say it. I don't believe it's true, but I suspect. I worry.
I think as we speak, at 10:52 on Wednesday, August 4th, 2021, Rico Bosco is on Team Minihane, I believe.
That's correct.
Though I don't know when our next game is. So as of right now, I believe it's me, Rico, and Pat. But I feel like Rico is not long for Barstool.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I hope not. I hope he sticks around, but it seems like there's some real issues going on.
I mean, Portnoy won't fire anyone that he really hates. Like, he didn't even fire me.
You call him a pussy.
Right. So I think Rico's all right, even for giving him shit.
I guess, but I don't know. Like, Dave gave him, it was a week's notice. Go to work on Monday. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
No? Am I missing something?
I don't know. We don't know Rico's schedule. We don't know his
But
deal.
but he works at Barstool.
Yeah,
He's
but
like
we don't
Carson.
know if
He takes
we don't know if
Mondays
he's-
off.
Yeah, you don't know if he's like a 1099 guy. You don't know. He never had a set schedule.
Okay, I don't know. I know Dave said show up these days. Oh, but even say you're fired. If you don't show up on these days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, any of those days, Jeff Nadeau is coming in and filling in. Rico didn't show up. That's reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know why I'm getting passionate about it.
Do you have
Does
to
that
put
mean
his
Nadeu's
arch
back?
nemesis though? Do you have to put the one guy that he really
Yes, that's what I would
despises?
do.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's where you work, you know?
Yeah,
at a usual company, no.
He doesn't work at Marshall's. I mean, this is how it goes.
Yeah. At a sales job, they wouldn't bring the guy that assaulted you in to replace you for a day, but...
And then Rico's like, yeah, who? The sexist, racist? Like, he goes, going on off to Jeff Nadeau. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I do love the accusations that Rico throws.
I mean, Jesus, it's unbelievable. I don't know. What else is going on?
What'd you think of Cuomo? I know you love to talk about these topics. So
I don't mind talking. I love this idea that I can't talk about these topics. I don't mind. Steve Robinson and I famously fought forever. I said he's eventually going to lose his job or have to resign, and Steve said no. And I actually am more inclined to think that Steve is still right. Like, Cuomo is not resigning.
It doesn't seem to be.
I mean, and to his credit, he brought up some terrific evidence to back it up yesterday. He's showing pictures of
First, I want you to know directly from me that I never touched anyone inappropriately.
I don't want the Rico Bosco
or
sound.
made.
I want the Cuomo sound. So he does that, and then he shows a bunch of pictures of George Bush hugging somebody.
I harass women of all colors, black, white, Hispanic.
I mean, the president of the United States called for him to resign,
he did again, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
Pelosi did. Everybody on. So the question is, does he look at it and say, does it blow away? Are they gonna, or will they actually start prosecuting in state? Will they have him removed? That's the question. Will the state legislature do that? Probably.
It's tough because they have to do kind of gymnastics to defend him because the allegations are. It's 11 women all telling the same story, right? So they can't use their,
right.
They have to go after him.
Of course.
Because they have put themselves in a corner where they can't say, well, these stories it's not rape or, what are we actually talking about?
Right, he clearly did this. I mean, given the way the report looks. And the real other loser was our friend, a caller to the show, Chris Cuomo.
That's right.
Was coaching him and giving him advice. And then yesterday didn't talk about it on the show. It's the biggest story in the country yesterday. It's a political show. He doesn't fucking talking about it.
Well, Dave was saying, why didn't they have someone fill in for him?
That
if
would
he
look
couldn't
worse,
talk?
I think.
I didn't know the answer.
Because it would be obvious. Here's what you do. You talk about it. You just talk about it.
He can't be objective with his brother.
But say that.
Right.
But then you just can't talk. There's not even a purpose of talking about it.
But then you have people saying, why is he on if he can't talk about it objectively?
No, but these people won't admit that their shows are actually opinion-based shows. Like Chris Cuomo is an opinion-based nightly show. It's not a news show, but CNN won't admit that. If they admitted that, he could go on and say, fuck you, I'm with my brother.
No, I think he can say, hey, listen, this is in this report. Let me tell you my side of this story. Why not?
I like when Cuomo gets tough.
Chris Cuomo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed so tough yesterday.
We talked about that. Did you see that video of him and the restaurant guy?
Yeah.
Just two Italians dueling with each other. I would like that.
Yeah. What a terrible segment.
You
of radio.
coming after my brother?
Television. What was that guy? Jesus.
It was bizarre.
He did a crossover with Don Lemon where they just said that they loved each other.
Right,
They
and
didn't
then-
recognize it.
And then they go off, and then Lemon starts talking about Cuomo.
First lead story.
Of course, so it's just it's strange. I mean, he should be fired.
Yeah.
And obviously Cuomo, who did kill, I call him Killer Cuomo. I don't know about you. You ever heard that phrase, Dave?
I've heard that phrase. Yes.
So Janice Dean is a hero.
Well,
Is that her name, Janice Dean, or no? Who's
Yes.
the weather?
Yes, the weather reporter, Fox News. Yes.
I love just that it exposes all these people because you think if like Don Lemon was talking to, I don't know a good example, but like Bill O'Reilly's brother, he'd be like, "I love you, man.
I love you.
You know,
I love you, man."
It just was so phony. That
I know Janice Dean is happy tonight.
Is that with him today?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, okay, Jesus. Who's the one? Oh, Paula Dean. That's what I was thinking. Who Jerry also likes.
Paula
but-
Dean. Didn't she say something? Didn't she do something? What did she do?
Yes.
What did she do?
I believe she was a fan of a certain word. Is that correct?
She said, well, she said she was like robbed or something and used the N-word to describe it.
Oh, is that
or
what it
something
was?
like that years
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
And she got canceled for that, I think.
But I feel like is she bad? I don't even know. Is she dead? I have no idea.
I think she ended up doing another show, right?
Oh, is she?
I think she has her own platform.
They never go. She does?
No, that's Martha Stewart.
Oh, it's Mark.
Same idea.
But yeah, Cuomo's a scumbag. I mean, what he did during. I mean, we covered this for he wrote a book. I'm sure you saw yesterday. I retweeted my guy Jack Mack tweeted out that great video which I had forgotten about. All the celebrities saying how great he was.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller being like, "Oh, you're
Congratulations, Andrew, on your much-deserved Founders Award.
Governor Andrew Cuomo, you are the man. What?
Thank you for your leadership during these trying times. We are New York tough, smart, disciplined, united, and loving."
I was trying to think of something that I could say to you that would be funny, and so I called your brother Chris, who could not understand why you were getting an Emmy since he's the one on television.
In the darkest stage of the pandemic, your
Sorry,
daily
they gave this guy an
briefings-
Emmy.
Yeah. For what?
for being a hero, I think, right? It was like weird.
I didn't know they did that.
I think for his television, being on TV.
Because he was on TV so much?
Yeah.
That's what they just made up an award for him.
And Ben Stiller. And by the way, this isn't like second. At the time, everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? Or half of America was saying, what are you doing? Like, this guy's fucking killing people.
Yeah.
And then, and then Ben Stiller at one point, this thing's like, oh, you're kind of a sex symbol now, too.
Well, that's the other funny part is 11 women were like, yeah, he was pretty weird to me. And they're like, get him out of there. And he killed 600 old people.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, shit. It's fucking wild.
I'll never understand the arrogance. Like, when you're already 63 years old, you already have enough money, just get out of there. Like, just resign and let it blow over.
He wants power.
He's
still
a famous asshole, too.
He also still probably thinks he could run for president or something like that.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. So you see this tweet, and this is, I retweeted some blue check mark who had this first or talked about it yesterday, and then all the comments underneath were all like, what about Trump? And I'm like, great. Why, this is wrong. Like, why don't you focus on this? Like, you want to fucking cancel Trump? I feel like that's been done.
We also knew Trump was an asshole before this.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people knew Andrew Cuomo was an asshole. Like, he's a...
Not to the degree that Trump was on radio shows bragging about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But Andrew Cuomo was a legendary asshole, hated, loathed by people. So,
well, that's why when the what about Trump argument doesn't work, because Trump for years has been like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, basically. He goes on Howard Stern and admits he fucks whores.
And I don't say, well, yeah, but he also had women who accused him of sexual harassment.
I understand, but what I'm saying is his backers can say hey, that's not true. But he's always been this guy. Right. Whereas Cuomo is a fake politician that's never done anything wrong. So and goes after people for this type of shit.
And guys like Ben Stiller will never talk about this.
No.
Like if we had Ben Stiller on to promote something, I asked him about it, he would just hang up or not answer it.
Yeah, they don't have.
Or be like, how am I supposed to know? It's like, well,
I'd make a ghost noise and he would hang up.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, anything else, Dave?
From Cuomo?
No, just in general.
Let's see. I was going to ask you randomly about that QW Quantum Week Chris there tweet that you had this morning. That was a little questionable.
What's that? I don't remember it.
You just said, what did he say?
Lesson learned?
Lesson learned. That was the wording.
Just like it goes back. He's in tomorrow, right?
Yes.
You're stuck with this idiot tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Again, I go on that. Did Jerry ever promote Quantum Week?
No. Yeah, he promotes it with Matt.
Does he go on there?
I meant to.
Did he say skyrocketing in the ratings?
They haven't asked him, I bet.
Does that podcast exist without me? Really? They may be doing it, but they'd be doing it to silence. It was Joe Pesci said to Robert De Niro in Casino, "You only exist because of me." And that's it. Like, that's it. It shouldn't. They sit there and Chris was like, "Oh, I was driving to work today, listening to Jerry, and it sounded great." Like, fuck you.
It was boys on that podcast. You got to remember.
I don't care.
I think he
Who
means
put him there.
I think he means Carano sounds great.
Who put him there?
Well, that'd be you.
That's what I'm saying. Jesus
I
Christ.
certainly didn't.
No, you certainly didn't.
Dave did everything he could.
Correct. Like, where's all goddamn gratitude? Jesus Christ.
Carano and I playing grab ass on Twitter, by the way, too.
I don't give a fuck about that, Dave. Shut up. It's not your show, you idiot. Jeez, wow, what a great parentheses there, Dave. It's awesome.
Good to see that.
Write a fucking play about that. I can't wait to watch that.
I'm interested in it.
Jesus
I haven't
Christ.
seen it.
Well, give me what kind of grab ass are you two playing?
I'm
Dave?
joking. It was like literally the first thing I've ever replied to him on Twitter. They're talking Wayne's World. Great movie.
Carano must have hung that on his
What
wall.
a moment. Wow. It's like getting your first hole in one. Unbelievable.
Carano's looking at his feed like, this is certainly a parody account. Is that
really him?
Real Dave Cullinane?
Wow. He said Wayne's World was good. That's great. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The crack or the hole?
Did you speak of hole? Did you hear Jerry say all that?
I don't
yesterday?
listen. I don't listen to Jerry.
Oh, you don't listen?
No, I don't know. I don't like that.
He's disappointed.
He doesn't listen to my show. Why would I listen to his?
It's just so funny. Like now being on the outside, it's like it's laughable how funny it is.
So really? So it's actually funny.
Hey, he's got some humor to him.
No, but I'm saying you're able to laugh at
Whacking his wiener against her hand.
What is he talking
There is,
about?
if you think of it in terms of Jerry drops, it is a great listen.
That's how you have to think about it.
I actually talk to Jerry. It's just easier that way. I have to listen to that hideous show.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just. I love Jerry.
Penis in her mouth.
I'm glad that Jerry and Matt are doing great. And I'm glad that Quantum and Chris has decided to go with those guys. That's fine.
So is he the new Friday guy?
No.
While Carabas is
No. We'll give him one more. After that tweet, no.
Okay. All right. So that did him in.
No. Bespoke Post is here to take your adventures to the next level with a new lineup of must-have box of awesome collections. They partner with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every single month. They've got you covered. Anything a guy wants, you go to Box of Awesome. You take the quiz. Your answers will help him pick out the right box of awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. Free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. You're not going to want to do that. I guarantee that. $45 for each box, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. I love it. I've used it. I'll keep using it. Go right now to boxofawesome.com. Enter my name at checkout, Kirk, K-I-R-K, boxofawesome.com. Code Kirk for 20% off your first box at Box of Awesome. All right, what else? What else you got, Mike? I was going to say Quantum Week, Jesus. Patreon.com/Blind Mike.
Yes, thank you very much.
What's going on there?
Oh, all kinds of wacky stuff. Probably a solo show tonight because Craig might be busy with the Minifan ladies or something. So we'll see how
What?
that goes. Oh, yeah.
Was
Craig,
Eyes Wide Shut? What are you talking about? Like an orgy? What?
That's right, yes.
I didn't realize
he
that.
goes on
Good
there
for
and
him.
they
I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about? The
Craig may be on with the Minnow ladies tonight, I think. So.
wait, on the YouTube channel?
Yes, I
So
believe
he's not going to produce your show?
Here's the thing.
I'm so sick of it. I hate this fucking guy.
I'm getting there.
Oh,
he's
Jesus.
All right. He's all right.
Great.
But it is always on Wednesdays. He has something with his family, so
Okay.
it's something pre-recorded usually on Wednesdays. We didn't pre-record anything this week, so I'll probably just do something solo. But then he told me last night, he's like, He's like, if I can get out of taking care of my kids, I might do the Minifan ladies. I was like, it would be nice to have that heads up that you're around.
He's going to be like the 90th person on that show talking about 90 Day Fiance instead of producing your show?
Correct.
Fired.
I allow
Like, what are we doing?
He asked me, so I will allow it.
A loser.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Craig, and I've said this before, but he has searched far and wide for any show other than mine.
Jesus.
Will anyone take me in?
Well, he feels like he's one of these guys I term like hanger on. Like he's trying to jump in the Minifan world. Another guy using me. Like I just don't have any patience for it.
I've told him about that. I was like, hey, the shit you do on Twitter, maybe relax a little bit.
Leave me alone. Like you create your own thing. You know?
Right. I understand.
I'm talking about you, not him.
I try to manage him. That's all I can handle.
Well, I'm sure he's a good guy. So what's the show? What do you got tonight?
We'll see. Solo Blind Mike, I think. We'll see what I want to vamp about.
Wow. And then you're off to the great state of New Jersey?
We'll be around a live show tomorrow as well on patreon.com/Blind Mike. And then off to Jersey.
Off to Jersey. All right, there you go. And the Yankees are Saturday?
Yes.
Who's on the bump?
Yanks Mariners.
Do we know who's pitching?
I don't know.
Our whole rotation's got COVID right now.
I hope Garrett Cole lines up.
Nice. Mariners any good? I don't even know.
I think they're awful, aren't they?
Good.
They're one of the worst teams in the league.
Right, now we're getting the momentum going here.
That's
I like
right.
this. I like this. Teams will be rocking on Saturday.
Catching up.
Good. I like that.
I got an extra ticket to a comedy show if you want to hang out tomorrow night.
How do you mean?
I just got an extra ticket.
Where is it?
The Wilbur. I was going to go scout the Wilbur.
Oh, wow.
And then I realized I've been to 25 Wilbur shows. I don't know why.
Oh, this looks like a seat.
No, but that was for some weird reason.
I bet you people probably sit in this seat.
Oh, they have a stage. That's interesting.
What is that?
Though I can't get backstage.
Is this indoors? Oh, that is. Okay, there's a roof. All right, excellent. And that's a stage, and I think Kirk will stand on the stage. And then when the show's over, he'll be off the stage.
I like if Dave's
scouting. We're gonna bring a scouting, like, you gonna have like a special scouting hat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of it's undercover. No? Yeah, binoculars, notepad, all the good. All good.
A fedora that says press on it.
It appears that these people are drinking some sort of beverage.
I like that if Dave's on the floor, his waitress brings him over his drink, and he's like, "Hey, can I ask you real quick? Does that microphone work?"
No, you get it all wrong. It's gonna turn it up a little bit. It's gonna be like Goodfellas. Dave's gonna walk all through the back, and they have the special table they put right in the front for him when he gets there.
No, I'm in that side, that special one up top there. You know, that little box area.
Like Lincoln was at.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So
that's our spot if you want to come.
What's the show?
Be a Man.
I'll see if there's any tickets available. How's that?
No, he's close.
He's in the balcony. It must be. Yeah.
Well, good for him. You're really going to that?
Yeah. What? I kind of just want to get out of the house, so I'm making it a show thing, not a. Yeah.
I would rather stick my head in just dig a hole and just stick my head in it for 2 hours.
I haven't been out in 2 fucking years. I don't even care.
I don't even mean the Be a Man thing. I hope that the idea of going into the city, I dread. I would not want to do that.
I do respect Dave. Like Dave and Craig are both kind of like.
You say
this,
you do respect Dave?
For this, hold on.
Thank you. Is Craig going?
No, he can go with you.
Craig going. Yeah, bring Craig.
I got nothing going on. But most like married guys with children that I know are like, I can't get out of the house because I have to take care of the kids.
No, Dave doesn't.
Dave and Craig look for excuses.
Right, sure.
Anything you got.
Dave's got 2 young kids. I
House.
don't blame him. I'm getting the fuck out.
No, it's awful.
I would just lie about going to that thing. Just drive around for 2 hours and then just come back. How old are your kids?
4 and 2.
Yeah, fuck that. Jesus.
They had a 99.5 fever this past day, and my wife is like obsessed with the fact.
That's not a fever.
It's not a fucking fever.
Okay, take it easy.
A fever is like 103, isn't it?
That's what I told that fucking doctor.
We go to the doctor yesterday, and you can tell the doctor's like, "Why the fuck are you here?"
Okay, take it easy. Jesus, because you're on by Dateline. Don't murder her.
It's a horrible doctor, by the way.
Well, if I was a doctor, so you're probably in a 99 fever, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Correct. Get out of here.
I know 100 and over, I think you can have a conversation. But if my kid's got 100.2 temperature, then you just bring him to the doctor.
No other symptoms, nothing. It's got to be 100.
I thought it was COVID or something? What was her
they
concern?
had to get tested for COVID. And
well, let's just say they have COVID, then what? Like, I'm saying, why even get them tested? Are they going out? Are they doing things?
No, not really. No.
Huh.
I didn't get to tell you Monday. I meant to tell you. When I got my COVID test, I went in, Alba went in with me, and the guy was like, so you have symptoms? And I go, yeah, I've been a little congested and a little bit of a cough. And I'm still talking. He stops me and looks at Alba. He doesn't ask me this. He looks at Alba and goes, his eye always like that? I was like, what the fuck?
I like this guy.
What a horrible doctor.
What could be a symptom?
Well, I was like, that's what was my thought. I was like, am I the one guy who's suffering from COVID this way?
And he's like, no, it's not a symptom. I'm just wondering.
Just weird looking.
I'll just say that. And we have a sequel. How about sports, man?
Playing hurt, baby.
Well, is the temperature down, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Tylenol does wonders for
that
kids,
does it.
doesn't it?
Yeah, 99 point. That's is that the usual overreaction?
Yeah, she's crazy right now with COVID. She's insane.
It's tough with 2 little kids, though.
It is.
And one on the way.
But it's more on no.
Congrats.
You talked me out of it the other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. What were you gonna say before that, though? I'm sorry, Dave.
No, it just sucks when you can't go anywhere. Like, she didn't want me to take the kids to the playground. I got to kill hours of the day.
Imagine Dave being like, I just want out tonight. I want to go see Be a Man at the Wilbur.
No, I wouldn't even.
And I got a scout.
Well, ironically, Be a Man would tell him to go, I think. Get out of the house, be a man.
I don't really quite understand that.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow night, huh?
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, there we'll get a full. Luckily, I won't see you after that for about 2 weeks. Or we can take a few calls if you want, I suppose. Unless I'm missing something. I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
What's the pre-show for Sacco? Do you still want? Am I still reading?
Oh, right. That's a good question.
I don't know yet. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
We do have about a month. Thank you, though, Justin. That's an important question. Yeah, what time? Oh, yeah. Jeez. Oh, that's right. We got to do Sacco. God damn it. Fuck, I'd forgotten about Sacco. Shit.
You're always very gung-ho when you make these plans, and then you forget how
We're doing some
react
technical tests for Sacco today. Yeah. Justin and I.
What are you doing?
Just Technical tests.
Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. You were talking soccer. I just figured you wanted a little update.
No, I don't. I just said dreading it.
Talking soccer.
Boy, I'll tell you, that changed my mind, though. Now I'm looking forward to it. I was dreading it, but then Dave said they're doing technical tests.
That's good. Testing mics?
Like what?
Like last time you brought all this stuff here, and I don't want to do that. Like even video shit. I don't.
Okay, so what are you doing? What's the difference?
Just testing all the gear that I have.
Oh,
We're just gonna set up something in the other room.
Yeah.
Get it.
Well, you two are great together. You guys should do a show together.
We do have a show, and it was pretty good until Mike joined the other day, actually, and ruined the chemistry.
Okay, anyway.
I enjoyed. I heard Dave.
I'm sorry, Mike. I was leaving. I almost wanted to come back, but I was like, I'm not talking to these guys on the show's over. I heard them ask you, and you're like, oh yeah, you should have just been like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't feel well. I don't want to do this.
What got me is they charmed me into it because I heard Dave say something about me, and I couldn't make out what it was. And Justin goes, Mike, do you want to spice things up? I guess that's how Dave phrased it. We can spice things up with Mike.
God. Was it spicy? I don't think I heard it.
It was extra zesty.
Oh, I did hear it a little bit. Yeah,
it was all right.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, that was good. It was good.
Yes, they held my feet to the fire.
About what?
Dale.
Oh, good.
They were on me.
Good. It's just you two today.
Yes.
Okay. And then Justin's on with somebody else tomorrow.
Correct.
Then you two on.
Well, no.
Oh,
it's not a look ahead show.
Oh, yeah, true.
Tomorrow's a wrap-up show.
So tomorrow's you two, and then Friday is a look ahead to Monday show, Justin?
I'll probably do it Sunday or Saturday.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, don't worry.
Well,
people are expecting it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Choked on my water.
It's like he's like fucking Neil Young. Like, yeah, we'll see. The studios, the fucking man's keeping me down. Yeah, we'll still probably do it Saturday or Sunday. Do whatever. Okay, go.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, you get the whole weekend, and then you
Mike,
can
does
look
any of
ahead.
that make sense?
Sure, it all does. It all makes perfect sense.
I like that. Like, you know what? It makes sense that Justin's doing that on Sunday. It does.
It does.
Previewing a show where I'll be sitting there in a fucking hotel room in Iowa. Annoyed as can be. Well, you'll be doing it from Iowa, Justin, right?
No, you told me no.
I think you're missing out on an opportunity.
I may be. You're right. I'll have to live with that regret.
If the show was 3 days in a row, if it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, would you consider bringing Justin instead of it, spaced out like that?
What?
If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
right?
He's there for 2 extra days for
but I would
reason.
never talk to him while I'm there.
Right.
Like, you think I'd go to dinner with him or something?
No. I'm just talking about, like, would you say, oh yeah, that's not a bad idea if the shows were
idea.
If there were 3 days in a row versus Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
I'd be doing 3 shows if I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yep.
But 3 days in a row is 3 shows.
Yes.
So you're saying 3 shows as opposed to 3 shows?
Do you think Kirk said no because it would be more of an inconvenience to me?
No, he's saying, Dave's saying, I think Dave thinks that you would spend more time with him if he was there for 2 extra days.
Like he'd just be around and you'd be annoyed that he's around. Like just in
You'd
general,
see him
or
in the
feel like
lobby
you would have
in
to
his
do things
pajamas.
with him.
He would not be staying where I'm staying. I wouldn't want to know anything. I would just tell him where I'm staying and he wouldn't stay there.
Okay.
But like, what would he do? He'd come in my room and set up my thing?
I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst idea to
It's
say.
the worst idea.
I disagree.
It's a pretty popular podcast. You think you'd want it to sound the best it could
I don't
possibly
care.
sound like.
I don't care.
You're literally technologically inept.
Don't you understand? I don't care how it's. I don't care if anybody listens to it. I don't care.
All right. Well, just know. That's all.
What?
Just know that there are risks when you're responsible for
Just know-
technology.
Ooh, oh, is that a risk? Risk.
You're the one who brought up the list.
A fucking risk.
See, think about how much
A risk of what?
You brought up the list the other day. I didn't bring it
I
up.
don't care. It's funny. I don't care about it.
Who's going to laugh at those wacky bits when you're on the road?
The idea of waking up in the morning and like going downstairs and seeing Justin pile eggs on his fucking plate would be enough for me to go on the fucking shooting spree you've never seen before.
You want any breakfast, boss? Continental breakfast?
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's like, hey, you want to get some lunch or something? Or, it's Star Wars. Just leave me alone. Jesus Christ. Risk. What a risk I'm running.
Will I be here? Will I be in studio? How does that work?
Yeah, I think we're all going to come in as normal. If that,
right.
yeah.
Well, it sounds like an order to me, Mike.
But yes, sir.
Better show up. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, they loaded up?
They're loaded up.
Risk. Hello.
Turkey, nice time, long time. This is actually Jimmy Chipwood calling.
Jimmy, how are you?
I'm doing well.
What did you do? What was your life like after the game? What would you wind up doing?
I opened up a restaurant.
Okay.
Downtown.
What's it called?
Bobby Plump's Last Shot.
Okay. Interesting name. I understand the reference, but okay, go ahead.
Wordy.
So it's my understanding you've been giving a lot of credit to Coach Norman Dale. I just want to make it perfectly clear.
I have not.
That was my team.
I have not given them credit. If you listen,
Okay.
if you watched, thanks, Dave, for the call. If you watched, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the podcast I was on, talking about Hoosiers with Karan. I just don't remember the name.
Can't remember.
But that particular podcast, I said Norman Dale was not a great coach. So fuck you. That's what I would say, asshole. Cock.
It's good.
He's a cunt. I can
Glad
say
he got
that.
his comeuppance. Yes, you can say that.
Cunt.
That's all right for some reason.
Risk. Just know. Just understand when you go there, that's the risk you're taking.
It wasn't that serious. I didn't say it in that serious of a tone.
Oh, am I? Okay, I'm taking that risk. Okay.
Well, you do know it's.
Let me tell you, when I go and do these things, like, just so you know, I'm doing it like in South Carolina, Iowa.
Yeah.
The risk I'm taking the most is definitely the quality of the audio from the hotel room on the Kirk Minihane Show. Definitely risk number one that's on my mind, Dave.
I like the image of you plugging in the microphone like De Niro in Casino, getting in his car.
That's the problem. He doesn't do that. That's the problem, right? You use what's in your ears right now.
There's no problem.
I mean,
I don't find it to be a problem.
The lisp is not a problem?
No, I don't care about it. It's my show, so it's not a problem.
Oh, that's true.
Problem. It's not a problem.
If only I brought Justin.
Jesus, God. It's just what I need is like getting in the car and return. Justin's just sitting there.
Well, he would drive separately, right? I think that was the idea.
Oh, he would.
You'd virtually never see him.
Yeah, but Mike, would it make sense financial for any reason to bring Justin to help me with the audio for 3 days worth?
I think it was on his dime. He's driving out there himself, right?
Did he say that?
No. I wouldn't have him do that.
Would you pay for that, Justin?
No, he would not. We're not.
I would just drove out there, lived in my car.
See? Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
But the thing is, I wouldn't even have him help the show at all. Like I wouldn't have him even do the
Have him
audio.
stay out
Yeah, sleep in this car in the
just
parking
in
lot for the
case.
entire week.
Just in case.
Hello.
Kirk. Bernie Kosar here.
Hey, Bernie. We haven't talked to you in a while. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Number 19, Cleveland Browns.
Sure. No, I remember very
I just
well.
had a quick question for first time, long time.
Oh, that's too bad.
I had a question for you. What did you think of? Did you see the Netflix Challenger documentary?
I did. I did, Bernie. Yes, I did. 4 parts. It was okay. It was a little familiar. I did. It was okay. B-.
Yeah. I only seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I
Kirk.
figured. Yeah, I was
tiny
set you up,
bits.
Bernie. No,
tiny bits and pieces.
I got you,
I'll
Bernie.
hang up and listen.
Okay, I got you, Bernie. But not a lot of people have talked about this. If you look up Bernie Kosar's obsession with the Challenger is very strange.
It's weird. Yeah. It's like, a guy that you find out went alt-right or something.
Yes.
It's a bizarre.
Yeah, it's sad to see.
Yeah.
Well, but he's passionate. Hello.
Kirky, how are you, bud?
I'm doing good. Are you loaded up, Dave?
Load up.
Oh, good to hear. I do have an introspective question about your career, and that is, you seem happiest when you're investigating something or exposing something, which we definitely, Minifans, we definitely enjoy a bunch. But do you think the blowtorching that you've done to media friends, which we also appreciate, has sort of less? Do you regret burning some bridges because you feel like you've done so much great career, introspective, investigative pieces? Do you think you would have gotten more juice if you hadn't blown some bridges?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I got you. Thanks. I don't think it was hurt that stuff. The fact that I don't talk to, Chris Kurt. That's I would say that the only
but Bradford maybe or
that
stuff with Jerry in the past.
Yeah, I regret the Rob stuff because that was a really good he's like my brother. That really, he was my big brother. That if you said to me, what relationship are you most upset about fracturing? The other ones don't really matter.
Right.
Jerry and I get along well now. We were never Jerry and I were, it's different. The Rob one, Jerry, I have still some issues with Jerry with the whole, I don't think he did enough while I was gone. But I'm over it now.
Right.
Whereas Rob, there wasn't really much Rob could do. Rob is Rob, and I should have realized that as opposed to getting mad at him.
Yes.
And in a perfect world, do I wish he had stuck up? I had stuck up for him and saved his job? Yeah, but he's not me.
Even in your explanation of it.
But it's true. But
no, I know what you're
But it's true. I went in, I've told the story. I went in, they were going to fire him, and I walked in and literally talked Tim Murphy out of firing him.
Right.
That happened. It's documented. People were there.
But if he loses his job, he's fucked, right? Financially, he's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You could walk away.
Yeah, but this is also, Dave, like after a pretty tumultuous couple of years and months leading up to it, where it's just but Rob's a really good guy, and Mike knows that, and he wasn't there. But now we talk every say month or so, and it's still a little weird.
Frosty.
Not frosty, but just like there are things that we can't say to each other.
Yeah.
There are things he definitely is not going to say to me.
Yeah.
And there's just sort of this thing still hanging in there, which is never going to be, fixed, I don't think. And that is that does kind of suck. Yeah. But does that get in the way of me investigating a story? No.
Well, I was going to say
the two aren't really connected.
You've done a lot of reflecting on this since an hour ago when you said Rob Bradford hates Gordon Eads.
True. Well, he does hate Gordon Eads. but Rob would laugh. Well, you know what though? I don't know if he would. Like he's legitimately he's sensitive, making fun of, and he's also sensitive in a good way, I think. But
right.
I don't know.
He has to see those guys, and he's concerned about it or something.
But he goes on, Jerry texted me. He's like, Bradford's was on with Hillman yesterday playing. I'm kind of I don't really care. That doesn't really bother me. A couple of years ago it would bother me, but now what are you gonna do? He's got a job. He's got kids. He's trying to fucking make a living.
Yeah, and the Hill thing kind of became a rivalry after we made fun of the show.
It's not even really though. I don't consider Greg a rival.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, Greg's not an enemy. He does a shitty show. Curtis is an enemy. That's the only one. I don't consider Ken an enemy. I don't care about Courtney Cox or Jermaine. David Field is an enemy.
Right.
Mark Hannon is an enemy. The station is an enemy. But do I? I don't like Andy Gresh or Rich Keefe, but do I? No, I don't really care.
No, but Gresh specifically was an asshole to you. No,
oh, totally. Yeah. But I don't think of him what's he supposed to do? Not take the job? Be like, oh, Kirk, that's unrealistic.
Kirk wouldn't like.
But we'll pick a day. We will pick a random day and just fuck with them.
Yeah.
I think leading up to that Brady game, one of those days, we might even do it the day after that game.
Right.
Just be bludgeon them with calls for 4 hours, so they can't take calls that day.
Yeah. Boy, a lot of C words coming through the air.
Yeah, exactly. Still loaded up, Dave? Still loaded. All right, we'll talk about Ultimate Ears for a second. This Colin's big product, by the way, Ultimate Ears.
Oh, really? Love it.
Did you close this deal, Dave?
No, I didn't close the deal. I don't close deals.
I'm not doing a lot of sales for us,
Well, Barstool's doing so well, they don't want me to tarnish the good name.
That's probably true. Ultimate Ears fits True Wireless custom fit earbuds from Ultimate Ears are here to change all of discomfort. Because, there is truth. They're not all alike, and you can get bad in one ear, bad sound. It can be uncomfortable when you're running or walking. You have been in for a while. If you're listening to this podcast or something for 2 or 3 hours, after a while, it can hurt. And that's where Ultimate Ears comes in. You get a guaranteed perfect fit in 60 seconds. Fits when you're on the go, feels ultra comfortable. You can wear them all day long without pain or discomfort. That's crucial. They're using groundbreaking technology. They mold the unique contours of your ear, put them in, connect to the app, and then watch it happen. Built on industry-leading expertise trusted by pro musicians and hi-fi enthusiasts for over 25 years. You can play and pause music, answer calls with built-in controls, and use the free app to set up custom actions like voice assistant, volume adjustment, and more. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Plus, you get free shipping, free returns, and a 1-year warranty. 15% off at Kirk at ue.com/fits, ue.com/fits for 15% off your pair of Ultimate Ears True Wireless earbuds. All right. I need a new podcast, by the way. I got nothing.
To listen to?
Yeah.
You got some competition in the true crime.
John Stamos?
Yeah, you see that? You read that article? Was that in the Wall Street Journal or something? I don't know.
Stamos is doing a true crime.
He's been sitting on that story for 20 years.
Kidnapping or something? Is that what it is?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not for me. No. I mean, I hope it's good, but I need.
What genre are you looking for?
Anything good. I don't know. Not one of your stupid comedy ones.
Yeah, that's what I recommended one you still haven't listened to.
I still haven't listened to that one. Yeah. I still haven't. All right, hello.
Hey, Kirk. Little people, big world guy.
Oh, good. Yes. How are you doing?
Doing well. Can't complain. I thought the last night's episode was going to be a bore, but it was actually pretty decent. So
not bad. Not bad. I mean, I got to say, we harp on this all the time. I can't. One interesting thing is clearly, one of my big takeaways is clearly Tori hates Amy. That's not even disputable.
Yeah, definitely. She really showed her true colors when they were talking about the whose wedding it was, and Tori kind of gave her that talking to.
Right. And she's right.
Amy's really got to grow up.
Amy is she's like a child with this wedding, these drinks and these dresses, and she's going and trying these friggin' stupid dresses and drinks, and it's my day and that. I'm like, oh my God, you're fucking 60 years old. Jesus.
Yeah, it's really bad, and she's also like lying about what the drinks were. She's trying to make Chris's drink look worse. She's so full of herself.
And he's terrible. I'm so sick of her friends. I hate both of her friends now. You can tell they don't want to be there either. None of them want to be there. I like the tease for next week though, where you can tell, like you could tell the kids Karen more than Amy, and you could see a little bit of tension boiling over next week. I like that. Like the little kids.
It is fun. I was actually wondering, like, what are the chances? Because all Karen's or Amy's friends do is just bash Matt.
I know,
like
they kill
he's
him.
the worst
They just
guy in
kill
the
him.
world. While he's like doing all this stuff, probably at cost, he's eating all of it to make her wedding day so special, and they're just bashing her. I was wondering, do you think maybe we could get Karen versus I think it's Lisa at Rough and Rowdy?
Oh,
I think that would be.
That's a good matchup. That's a good physical matchup. I think you could see that. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you like Karen's stock is probably the highest on the show right now.
Besides Matt, yeah.
Matt's the greatest. I mean, Matt is sitting there like planting these goddamn flowers. Like, what else do you want him to do? What else? And Amy's like, I hope there's no construction going on. It's like you fucking agreed to a wedding at a massive farm. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
She's unreasonable. You cannot win with her.
She's so angry. She's like so angry. I mean, what was my other takeaway from it last night? There was one other moment where I was like, where she's like, oh yeah, she's like, oh yeah, she's like, something at one point. She's like, oh, what are you gonna do if it happens? These things happen. I'm like, well, which is it? Like all you do is complain about this fucking shit. I mean, poor Chris. He is just checked out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's truly in the marriage for Matt. Miss Little People Big World, Mrs. Little People Big World actually said, do you think there's a possibility that Matt hired Chris to get Amy's off his hands? And the more I think about it, the more they're buddying up. It's not a horrible theory.
Well, they even did the interview together last night. Chris is so happy. Chris loves Matt Roloff. Loves him. He's in love with him. I think he's in love with him.
I see it too. They were very giddy both of them, and Matt's starting to warm up to the idea of it. It's very strange.
I like it though. I like it. All right, I'll talk to you.
Take it easy.
See you, buddy. All right, they're loaded up, Dave.
Hey, Jesus, how many seasons of that show?
I think it's 22. I think.
Yeah, so there's no way to catch up on that show in any way.
You can watch all the episodes.
Yeah, but I mean that's a long. How many episodes a season?
They're not. They're not full seasons, but yeah, no, yeah.
I imagine you could jump
past
into
the point of no return.
Yeah, if you jumped in like 4 or 5 years ago, you'd be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that complicated a dynamic. They're short.
Did you see Portnoy's new hire that he just tweeted out?
No.
He hired this person Kim, and her first content idea was coffee with content Kim. Except she made the C and the both C's in coffee and content K's. So
she did?
Yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah. Go to Portnoy's Twitter, and she.
Did Dave freak out or no?
He said, "Well, we're off to a hot start." And the first guest is Brandon Walker.
Gosh.
Second day Barstool Sports. We've created Coffee with Content Kim. First guest.
His name. Brandon. Brandon what?
Walker for the 100th time.
Brandon fucking Walker.
It's fun. It. Hey, for anyone that thought the coffee thing was racist, we brought in a white guy from Mississippi to disprove that.
That's a little strange. They tweet out, and Brandon says, first guest, Brandon Watcher, he tweets, Brandon says, I'll watch it. Next one is, you know what? I didn't know they named it that. I hadn't seen the finished product.
Did no one catch that? Like,
that has to be a joke. It has to be planned.
I would assume, but it's not a.
But it's not funny though.
It would be funny if it was like Jerry's show or something, I guess, right?
No, I mean it'd be funny if we joked about it like that. But
that's what I mean.
It's not funny to name it that. I mean,
unless on your first day too. To just
although,
be like,
I mean, if they're in the clan, I guess why not, right?
That's what I'm saying. Is there's no like racial undertones of the show or anything? Like, why?
So it's a mom and her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why did Dave hire it? Like, who are they?
I guess she had a viral video.
TikTok stars?
Yeah, TikTok video, and then he just hired her. Yeah.
God, I am so old. The things are passing me by.
Yeah.
Well, there's 360 episodes of Little People Big World, by the way, Dave.
What is it? 300?
22 years? Yeah.
One a day, you'll be done in less than a year.
That's true. Jesus, God. The world got up and changed in an awful damn hurry.
Well, we get a lot. We get a lot of messages about that show. So
who does?
Like the listeners are like, he's talking about this little people, big world, and I should have watched it because they want to pick up on what.
Well,
you're
why don't we
talking
get
about.
one of the people on? Why don't we get one of the roll-offs on the show?
All right, let's go for it. I got it.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Guest booking machine.
My day we had MySpace, but now it's everywhere.
It's true. Jesus.
I got you 45 minutes with the one you want.
Oh, nice.
Yes, 45
Good.
minutes.
Do we have a date for that?
It's just because it's so far out that we're just kind of
in person.
I think we're going to end up doing it super early and having to hold on to it, which sucks.
In person? Or no?
No, probably on the phone.
I would go there for that.
You would go there?
Potentially, I would.
Well, I'll put that out there. So I'd have to go with you to set up, obviously.
No. No, you
Why do
wouldn't.
they want so badly to travel?
I know. Like Justin, in your mind, Justin, like all kidding aside, they still load up, Dave? All right, hold on. In your mind, like if I was open to like hang out, would you want to hang out in Iowa or no?
No. Like hang
You wouldn't
out.
want to. Wouldn't have lunch or dinner or
If
something?
he wanted it, if he said, "Hey, let's
I'd go grab dinner with you, but if you were like, "Hey, want to go watch Little People Big World in my hotel room?" I'd be like, "No, I'll probably just hang out in my
That's
room."
quite a scene.
You would say no to that?
Why don't you come on back to my hotel
So
room?
if I said
son?
to you, I'm your boss, and I said, I want to watch Little People Big World with you in my hotel room, you would say no.
Yeah.
I'd probably say yeah, but
reluctantly.
I want
teach
to.
you a little about the radio biz.
What would you do all day, Justin, like after you set up the show?
Get ready for the next show.
Yeah.
It's like 2 days away.
Mentally ready.
What would you do? What would you do?
I don't know. I'd figure something out.
Okay, good. I like that plan. Sorry. Hello.
Kirky.
Hey, what's up?
Kirky.
Yes, I'm here. God damn it.
Yes. How you doing? This is Matt from Long Island, New York, by the ferry. Just to follow up on the Little People Big World.
I've taken the ferry before.
You know, I have a second. Which one? To Port Jeff or to Orient Point?
What's the one up there? Orient Point.
Orient Point. Okay, so you came in from what's on that Connecticut side? I don't even know. New London. Yep, New London.
Anyway.
For the Little People Big World, I have a question after this.
Sure.
But does it take away a little bit with how produced they are now and, you know, essentially scripted? Do you still enjoy watching it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely taking a more like if you watch the early seasons, it's way less polished. For sure now, like they'll be sitting there, like, you know, let's say you're sitting here, Mike, and like the friend will say, "So, what's going on with the wedding?" Like a lot of that stuff. And you're
That's
like,
all reality, I think, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't like that before. It was
Yeah.
kinda, they set the cameras there, you could
Exactly.
tell.
I
It was, but yeah, I think now they have figured out like late in the game that like we need a little drama here. Like let's get a little drama going.
And I think they used to do it in a way like the Osbournes did it, like I don't know the exact time frame, but they filmed over like 6 months or a year
Right,
or
right.
something. And now it's like you got to churn these out in
Yeah,
2 or 3
fire
months.
out those fuckers like
Yeah.
right away. But go ahead. What's your question?
It takes away from it a little bit. But anyway, so
sorry
my
for
first question, I guess, would be what are your thoughts on the movie Brian Song?
It's okay. It's a little over. I was like not young when it came out. Like I wasn't born, so the first time I saw it was already kind of corny, you know.
Okay. Yeah, the only reason why I caught up with your Friday episode regarding the Ron Howard. Have you seen the movie Rush?
Yes, with the kid from
It's the
Inglourious
F1
Bastards and
race car?
yeah, with the kid from Inglourious Bastards
yeah.
and one of the Hemsworths, right? Is that right?
And the Hemsworth. What
yeah,
were
I
you
saw
thought on
it.
that
It
movie?
was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I like that movie.
Okay. All right. I just want to bring that up just because you know Howard is hit or miss. But
Very
I
hit or
feel like
miss.
Rush is almost a modern day Brian song in a way, but I don't think it was as
Yeah, there's parallels there for sure.
you know. Yeah, but I just thought it was an underrated movie that no one knows about.
That's a
and
good
then
one,
Would you
yeah.
consider that a sport movie?
Yes, for
Would
sure.
you consider that a sport movie?
Yes, thank you. You don't get 10
Okay.
questions, Dave. Jesus. God.
I liked Brian's song as a kid, but even as a kid, I found odd the way Brian Piccolo talks when he's sick.
Yeah, it's old school. It's that
I'm
old,
not feeling well.
Yeah, it's the old TV movie way of doing it. They load up, Dave?
Load up.
Yeah. I'll be hosting a movie show on the YouTube channel coming up, by the way.
Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
That was like a
Justin to
text
stop
a
by and
month
sit
and a
up.
half ago.
It was not a month and a half ago. It's definitely not.
Not recent.
Okay, was it a month and a half ago?
Let's say a
Were you
month.
working here a month and a half ago?
Just
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid. It doesn't matter. What do you care when it was?
Oh, I'm just, it's been on your mind for a while, I guess.
Yeah, I have things to do. Hello. Jesus.
Eric, I got golf talk.
Be a man! What's up?
It's good.
Your golf talk. Go ahead.
So you said you played golf where they filmed the movie Sideways.
Yes, I did. Me and my buddy Jim, yeah.
Where'd you play?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Oh, God. What's the name of that town? Fuck.
Solvang.
Yes, it's the one with like all the, it was like, I want to say Dutch. No, what's like the town's got like a theme, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like Danish or something.
Yeah, so we looked up on IMDb all the locations, so we found that and we went and played it, yeah.
Play where?
At the course with a movie. Is this a KB voice? Who am I talking to here?
No.
Yeah. Wherever they shot it, we played there. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
All right. Yeah, I don't know the name of that course. I just used to live out there.
Yeah, I don't remember the fucking name of the course, but yeah, it's where they shot the movie.
Alisol? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't even know. Yeah.
Does it surprise you? Is Giamatti a big enough? Like when we were driving in, Justin was telling me about the cast of Jungle Cruise, and he goes, "Yeah, the guy from Big Fat Liar is in it," and I was like, "That." But maybe that's the age.
That's how you think of Paul Giamatti, Justin?
Yeah, that and Straight Outta Compton.
not Billions.
Nope.
Sideways.
Nope.
Private Parts.
Nope. Big Fat Liar and Straight Outta Compton.
Isn't that the one with the kid from Frankie Muniz?
Yep. He gets covered in blue ink.
I remember that in the trailer. Yeah. No, that's where he's at right now. Movie wise.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like probably the fourth guy, right, Justin, in that movie?
Yeah, he played like a small antagonist.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, I think of him as a big star, but
He's
then
not a
again,
movie star,
we're a
though.
difference of 4 or 5 years. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, but he was never like a big movie star.
No, I mean, Sideways was pretty big, and
I know,
then he
but
had a couple
wasn't
roles
like-
after that.
But
yeah.
he was a lead in that M. Night Shyamalan movie, actually.
Right.
It tanked. But it was never like, he was never going to be like a movie star.
I suppose.
The way he looks.
Yeah.
He's a born
I
character.
judged him too harshly, perhaps.
But yeah, but that's, probably $1 million or whatever, right? Just fucking go do it, dick around and leave. He's always good.
Yeah.
I love Giamatti.
It's got to suck that, like, Giamatti's when you're trying to think of who would play this ugly guy. The first one everyone
Paul
suggests is Giamatti.
It's true. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, I want to talk famous sort of Hollywood casting what ifs.
Sure.
There's a lot of ones out there.
It's on
Three
the
I
sound
want to
next
ask you
week,
about is
just so you know.
What'd you say?
It's on going to sound like next week, just so you know, this caller. Go ahead. It's a risk.
Three I want to touch base.
Go ahead.
So one is
There you go.
Leo in Boogie Nights. He allegedly turned that one down.
Yep, that's true.
Went to Marky Mark.
I've heard that.
Denzel as David Mills in Seven.
Yep.
I know one of your favorite actors, maybe one of your two favorite.
Would have been
probably.
better.
And the final one,
Definitely would have been better than Brad Pitt in that role.
and the final one is Matthew Modine as Pete Mitchell in Top Gun.
Yeah, that would have been not great. Not great.
I don't. Leo's my favorite actor. I don't know that he would have been better than Wahlberg in that role.
Probably not, but he would have been good though. He would have been
sure,
good. He would have been good. But there's a physical presence to Wahlberg that Leo doesn't have.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But
Well,
Leo,
I think Wahlberg is my least favorite actor, like in that movie, out of everybody.
Well, oh, really? Well, I mean, it's
like everybody. He's my least favorite. Yeah, like character in that.
Well, I mean, everyone's great in it. That's the thing. I mean, I'm trying to think who would. I mean, I don't even know. But Leo would have been good for sure. But I put it this way: if you give me all three over, the only one I would switch is Denzel for Brad Pitt. That's it.
Are there any other famous ones that you can think of that you thought would have done well? You know, there's, what's
sure.
Harrison Ford was a second choice behind Tom Selleck for Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
They wouldn't let him on.
Right, you wouldn't got out of his deal. I mean, sure, there's a million. Like, look, Tommy Lee Jones won the Oscar for it, right? But Hackman turned down that role in The Fugitive. He would have been great. Would have been fantastic. Tommy Lee Jones turned out to be great at it.
Hanks as Andy Dufresne. That was another one.
Yeah, I think there was too much fame. Like, Robbins was perfect in that. Like, Hanks was already almost too big for that in a weird way, Tom Cruise instead of Charlie Sheen in Wall Street. The original, Oliver Stone wrote a great book last year, Chasing the Light. It's a fucking great book. And his original pairing was Cruise and Warren Beatty for Wall Street. I don't think Warren Beatty would have been as good as Douglas, but Cruise at that point would have been better than Sheen. He would have been fucking great in that movie.
Michael Douglas has a great voice for a sleazeball.
Great. Although if you get Charlie Sheen instead of Cruise in that, you then probably don't get Martin Sheen as Charlie Sheen's dad. And Martin Sheen is the dad in Wall Street is one of my favorite. Ryan and I have been going back and forth just doing quotes from him in that movie for like the last 3 months. We did all the way up to Madawaska the whole fucking time. It's great. So I don't think Martin, although he might have played Cruise dad in that movie. Who knows?
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Who was supposed to be Pete Mitchell? Who'd he say?
Matthew Modine.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, that didn't happen, Dave. It's okay. Thank God. Yeah, it's Cruise. They want
Bend me over and stick it in my ass.
I don't think Modine's playing him in the sequel either. I think you're safe.
Did you see that picture of your boy, by the way, Gene Hackman?
It turned out the picture's actually 2 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But for 91, I texted to a couple buddies of my brother, and they were like, he looks old. I'm like, he's fucking 91. He looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, people said that he looked good, but I didn't.
91! What do you want him to look like?
It didn't look like a picture worth being like, hey, look at this, in either direction.
That was nice to see him.
Yeah.
But to me, like, the way he looks right there, like if you put him on a movie set, throw a little makeup on him, he could still do something for 2 or 3 minutes.
I don't know.
You said he's your
Might not be
favorite
coming
actor?
down for breakfast soon.
He's the greatest actor. Yeah.
He's the greatest actor? Would it ever compel you to quote tweet that and say, this is my favorite actor of all time? Like Julia Louis-Dreyfus doing that. Like, hey, look at him. He's old. He's my favorite actor. It's just strange to me.
What, that she did that?
Yeah, it's just a
Why?
strange thing.
I do stuff like that. He's my favorite actor.
Oh, all right. No.
You're criticizing people for tweeting stuff?
Who, me?
All you fucking do is tweet stupid shit all day.
I reply to people. I
You
don't
just tweet dumb
tweet it.
shit all
I don't
day.
quote tweet people or like make a statement like this is my favorite actor, and it's just a. It's
Who's
just
your
a
favorite actor?
Oh, Tom Cruise by a mile. Cocktail was just literally the perfect movie.
It
What?
really is.
Yeah.
It's great. You ripped up the check. You didn't want you didn't want the check.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that was great. It's a great film.
You never seen at the beginning where he like
This
takes
is-
a kid and points at the city,
Yep.
and then that kid is never referenced again.
That's all right. It's a wonderfully stupid movie. I have no problem with that.
I think in Red 13 I said Gladiator was my favorite movie. I've changed that to Cocktail just to be let's confirm that.
Conan's Law?
Yes.
Conan's Law. There you go. Hopefully it ends the same. Are they loaded up?
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
I don't go to sleep with no whore, and I didn't wake up with no whore. That's how I live with myself.
He's using
I don't
you.
know how you do it.
He's using you, kid. He's got your prick in his
Hey,
back
Kirk, it's
pocket.
Jeremiah.
Hey, Jeremiah. Oh, I want to do more. I want to do more quotes like that from Martin Sheen in Wall Street. He's using you, kid.
I don't know. Tom Cruise and Cocktail, how can you pass up those quotes, though? Just fantastic.
Let's all head down to the bar and watch the bartender tonight.
Could do the whole poem.
You never
if I
do
wanted.
that? You never flip things over the line?
Sometimes. It's pretty
this guy,
cool.
This guy flips drinks. That's what Cruise was
That's
such a
like Mike's
monster.
podcast idea
What's that?
with rewatchables. I said that's like Mike's podcast idea about the rewatchables.
It's called the
Why are you
Relaff-
laughing?
It's called the Relaffables.
Coming this fall. Why are you laughing? It's called.
Boy, that is some project. That is taking a long time to get done.
I'm just waiting for Craig's studio. Is all we're doing.
Well, he's busy. He's doing fucking 70
Yeah,
other
right.
shows. The Relaffables. I'm looking forward to it. What's it called?
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing? All right. What's up, Jeremiah?
So, would you say Wonder Boys is the best movie music combo that's been put out? So you've got the movie, great movie with an awesome song by Dylan there.
Oh yeah. Things Have Changed.
Mm.
Yes, that's a great song. I think he won the Oscar for that, right?
He did.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
came out like slow 90s and came back with that, and then sort of. I'm currently on a road trip right now. What are your favorite live albums while you're driving?
My favorite live albums while I'm driving. Well, I mean, it's all Bruce for me. Like I don't, I don't like young Bruce live because I'm so much older than young Bruce. Like I like older Bruce live at this point, if that makes any sense. Like I can't listen to Bruce when he's 28 sing. It just feels weird to me. I don't know. I like him old because I'm old.
He's gone.
No, that's it for Jeremiah. I'm sorry. Enjoy your road trip, Jeremiah. Road trip.
What's wrong with that?
Who knows?
You take a nice road trip.
Justin's going on one. Justin, here's the deal, okay?
What's up?
I'm going. Nothing. Thank you. I'm talking. I'm going to Iowa. I'm not going to tell you where I am. If you find me, then that's fine.
Ooh, that's fun. Now that's content.
If I find you, then that's fine.
Yeah. Then you can,
That's a good point.
what does that mean? That means exactly what it means. Good for you. Well done. Nothing happens.
That's a good observation, Justin.
You can help me set up the show if you find me. There you go.
Okay.
I'll leave some crumbs.
Oh, interesting. Maybe that's a hint in itself. We'll be at a cookie shop.
No cookies for no. I haven't had a cookie in over a month.
Not going to treat yourself on the road either?
Today's National Cookie Day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Not having a cookie. No, that's a problem on the road. That's going to be the risk on the road. You know,
Treating yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a Chick-fil-A or two though. You have to.
Of course.
You have to. Hello.
Hey, I got a trivia thought and then a Bruce question. I'm assuming you didn't see the Uptown Footballs versus Casey Smith's team.
Wrong
But,
again. I watch it. I watch all competition.
Scouting?
Okay.
Yeah, just like Dave.
So is Casey Smith not the worst? Like, so if you don't know it right away, a big part of trivia is navigating through the questions to the possible answers and making an educated guess.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Incapable of doing that. She's absolutely incapable of doing that.
She seems to get very like nervous, and then when like somebody says something like, "Well, the answer is Mumford and Sons," she's like, "Yep, that's it, Mumford and Sons." I'm like, "Well, no kidding." Like, Feilerberg said it.
She takes the timer down to 5 seconds when they say which European country, talking about Taiwan, and then she can't even name a Pac-12 player. So my point is,
go ahead.
she's in the front row crying, giving Jeff D-Lo a cocktail in the center of the dozen celebration. Is that what Trista needs to do? Does she just need to start the water work?
Good point.
That's interesting.
Good point.
Because Casey definitely, like, they were scoring 10 points a game. They can't get questions right. She was Googling as bad or worse as Trista.
No question.
Anyway,
No question. Yeah, I don't know.
This is Kirk.
I don't know. I'll get to work on that. You have a Bruce question too. It's a good theory though.
Yeah, so and it's actually ironic. You were just talking about Bruce. I know Bruce. Typically, you're kind of the mellow storyteller, kind of that realm, like Reno or songs like that.
Sure.
Do you have any high energy kind of Bruce bangers that you really get excited about, like The Ties That Bind or Cadillac Ranch?
Yeah, but you hear them like for me, I've heard them so much that it's like you got to hear one that you haven't heard in a while. Like even if they're not great. I'm trying to think of one that would qualify from the later stuff. You give me I'm a rocker, I'm fine with that. You give me I'm going down, I'm good with that.
Radio Nowhere.
Radio Nowhere for sure. Radio Nowhere for sure.
That gets you fired up.
Radio Nowhere for sure. Radio Nowhere for sure. Give me that one.
Yeah,
Dave.
shut up, Mike.
Radio Nowhere.
No, from Bruce.
We can't play it. We can't play it.
Yes, you can.
He sings it.
God, you're so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable.
It's also, I'm sure that's right, but that's what I would have guessed the words were too. Like if you asked me to sing it, I was just going Radio Nowhere.
You would have said the two words in the title. We can't play it. We can play a snippet
video.
of
We just
it.
took a video down off YouTube. We can't do it again.
You can play for 30 seconds.
They'll hit you pretty quickly. Yeah.
They'll take the
Hit you
whole
with what?
Take the show down
with a copyright claim. Yeah, they do, and then they'll demonetize it.
Yeah, well,
But
it's
who
not
they can't
monetized anyway.
They
Yeah,
can't take
care about
away like BetterHelp's money. Like what do they do?
What do you mean? That's a commercial read.
That's what I'm saying.
We're playing a song that's owned by somebody else. They pick it
I
apart.
would say far more people listen to the podcast than watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, true.
So I mean,
Yeah, but I
Well, I
actually
care
think
for the sake of
isn't
that.
Apple doing something with that? Apple's pretty extreme with that now.
I don't know. Like that one we did, Justin, with me and Steve. We did all the top 40 songs. That's still up there?
That is.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they take the episodes down.
I'll check
think,
on that.
I think if
check on that,
YouTube
Dave.
or Apple or whatever, if you're making ads through them, then you get demonetized.
Let me hear more of the song, Dave. Go ahead. We're good.
This is Radio Nowhere.
Yeah,
it sounds like a fake
Is
song.
there anybody- I think that was a
I'm
better
still not
play.
sure
It's a country western song. Jesus. You take it down for that. Jesus. All right, one or two more. The load up?
Yep.
Hello.
Yes!
Uh-huh.
Yes!
Okay.
I'm on the show, baby.
You are. Yeah. It's wonderful for all of us.
I got two categories for you to choose from, Kirky. We'll see what kind of mood you're in today.
All right, hold on for one
Got two
second.
movie
Hold
questions.
on. You can hold on. Talk about SimpliSafe before I forget. I shouldn't. SimpliSafe.com/Kirk. What's giving you that SimpliSafe song, Bruce?
SimpliSafe.
What was that?
Gotta protect yourself. I can't. Yeah.
Sounds like Creed.
How'd you get Bruce?
It sounds like the South Park guys singing like
I'll
Creed.
work on it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. SimpliSafe.com/Kirk. You customize your system. Free security camera. 60-day risk-free trial. There's nothing to lose. You want to make your house safer, your life safer, you safer, your family safer, your friends safer. Go to SimpliSafe.com/Kirk. Highly trained security experts ready whenever you need them. Fire, burglary, medical emergency, or even when you're just setting up the system, there's always someone there to have your back to keep you safe and make sure you feel safe. SimpliSafe.com/Kirk. SimpliSafe.com/Kirk today. Customize your system. Free security camera. 60-day risk-free trial. 0 to lose. Go do it right now. SimpliSafe.com/Kirk. All right, go ahead.
God damn, who does a better read than Kirk Minihane?
Yeah, well.
Jesus Christ. All right, two movie questions or two WEEI questions.
I'll take one of each.
That's a lot.
I'll take one of each. How's that?
One of each.
Is that good,
All
Mike?
right, so in those,
That's fair.
I have a good, bad 80s movie I want you to guess.
Okay.
But I'm only going to give you one hint, or two hints, rather.
Damn it, you're tough.
So
Okay,
it's
go
a George Lucas film,
Uh-huh.
and it's got the girl from Back to the Future, the mom.
Howard
Her
the
name
Howard
is
the
escaping
Duck.
me
Howard
right
the
now.
Duck. Howard the Duck. Leah
Howard the Duck. What do you think about Howard the Duck? Great fucking movie.
It's not a great movie. I did masturbate to Leah Thompson as a kid because she was in like panties at one point, as I recall, though.
She almost fucked the duck.
She almost fucked the
That
duck.
was the first time my dick ever
I
ever
did
moved.
masturbate to a scene with a duck in it. That is true. Yeah, I will.
Well,
pop.
that's
Do
a
you
great
like that
thing.
movie,
Me and
Justin?
you share that in common.
What?
No, not a big fan.
All right, it's not very. Tim Robbins is in that, by the way.
No,
Well,
no, he's an idiot. Don't talk to him anyway.
Tim Robbins. Oh, yeah,
So second point was one time when you first left WEEI, it was Jerry and fucking Mutt.
Yeah.
And Curtis answered the phone. I called in. Curtis answered the phone. I was talking shit about Mutt. And he goes, "Yeah, that's why we're still #1 in the city, asshole," and fucking hung up on me like the sensitive little fat drunk bitch that he is.
That doesn't sound like a trivia question to me.
Well, nope. That was the other one was a movie
bit of a
question,
story.
and it's a Gene Hackman movie, underrated. They're stealing gold called Heist. Have you seen it?
Oh, of course, that's David Mamet. Yeah, Delroy Lindo and Danny DeVito. Great movie. Great. It's his
I
last
never
great.
hear you bring that up. Awesome movie.
What do you want me to do? Thank you for the call. God, that's why I'm #1 in the city, asshole. Great movie. His last great performance. Yeah.
You get his last EEI question.
It's a shame. But yeah, that was a Curtis move all the time. I would hear that, I'd be going to the bathroom or whatever. And some guy would call, be like, "Oh yeah, you can fucking listen to Touch Rich if you want. Fuck you."
Yeah, why taunt the audience?
I kind of like that though. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. And Mutt and Jerry were not #1 in any city. I know that.
No.
#1?
Not even right after you left?
Well, Jerry would always say that book when I was still there, but not really, they finished second.
Yeah.
Like even that last month after I was gone, once I left, they cratered.
Okay.
It's just, before I got there, Jerry's ratings were in the toilet. When I left, his ratings were in the toilet.
Does that annoy you when Jerry says that he got bigger ratings with Dino?
No, because there was no 98.5.
Yeah, true.
Once 98.5, there's only one show that's beat 98.5 head to head. Mine. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
And by the way, Jerry would always say the Red Sox got monster ratings back then. So, Jerry came in one day. He did this. I wish I could call Mutt and talk about this. He came in one day and put a press release from EEI in the office and put it up there that they were #1 with a 14 rating.
Yeah.
He had this at his house from 10 years ago. And it says in there the Red Sox had won the World Series in that book, and the Patriots won the Super Bowl in that book. And that's back when it mattered, you know? It was the fucking comeback year, 2004.
Did the midday show ever beat 98.5?
When it first started, I think they were. Oh yeah. I think they beat them or tied them once, but that was because we were the lead-in.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
But obviously when the stations first started, EEI was winning, but then they weren't. Put it this way: once 98.5 took over, we were the only ones that ever beat them.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much they just flipped. 98.5 never looked back, really.
Yeah, it's almost like nobody wanted to listen to those fucking guys. All right, we'll take one or two more. I don't have patience for these idiots.
Hey, gentlemen, how we doing?
Fine.
Real quick, Kirk, I don't think I've ever heard you state where you come down on the Highwaymen as a musical supergroup.
I think we have talked about the Highwaymen. It's just not enough not enough, from them. But I like them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like their stuff. I would have gone to see that show happily in the 80s. I would have gone if I was this age now for sure.
Yeah, there's one video on YouTube of them at the Nassau Coliseum.
Not Nassau, yeah. It's actually on PBS once in a while too, one of those dumb fundraisers. And there was actually a good documentary made about them. And I think it ran on there as well.
One in the room?
Maybe, yeah. I watched it. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I love the Highwaymen.
And Willie Nelson is still touring as we speak.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Crazy. 90 years old.
And secondly, I'll start by saying I don't interact with any of the Minifans online.
That's good.
And I'm located regionally for the case season 2, I presume.
Okay.
If you should need any local assistance in West Central Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, I sent Conan a DM.
What do you think of that, Dave? Did you get that DM?
I got that DM.
Does it seem like he could be helpful?
Was that the one? Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, I like this guy in my hotel room. I'll say it.
Yeah, seems normal.
Yeah.
Come on by.
Yeah, come on, swing by. Fuck you in the ass. What do you think of that?
Jesus. We're as direct with
the
justice.
crack or the hole.
Both. Yeah. No, he seems like a nice guy. That's the kind of guy I go have lunch with one day in Iowa.
I actually think he's asked me if I was going. I didn't think it was to help you. Yes, I thought he wanted to meet me.
Oh, okay. Well, he can meet you, Dave.
Even better.
Maybe there's multiple people.
It's fine by me.
Come on by the studio.
That's exciting.
The Highwaymen, by the way, and also the name of a very boring movie. I don't know if you saw that.
Not only boring, but disappointing. Two of my favorites. Well, not, I would say, but Woody Harrelson and Costner. It's just like
an unnecessary
just sitting there the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you guys you're going to catch these guys. Like, you can do anything?
You interested in the story of Bonnie and Clyde? Well, what if you saw guys
just randomly sort of
try
around.
and observe them?
It's just like, yeah, there they are. Like, all right.
How about these two shaming me on the wrap-up show for touching it to the True Detective scene? Like, come on.
For what?
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll love this.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Dave masturbates to a scene of television.
Oh, he's got to be the Alexander Daddario scene.
It's unbelievable. But that's weird.
No,
Why
it's
is
not.
that weird?
No, it's not. I have no problem with that.
You don't think that's odd?
No, I don't.
I think it's very odd for a grown man to jerk off to a TV when porn exists.
Yeah, but it's
I do this celebrity
beautiful,
stuff all
a beautiful
the time.
naked woman, like in a sexual scene, he's titillated to it.
Yeah, it doesn't take me. It doesn't take me that long either. It's a short scene.
I mean, yeah, it's not. You know, I probably wouldn't do it. She was probably like 20 when they filmed it. But that's
Harrelson's also in it too. That kind of ruins it for me.
Oh, so you never masturbate to a scene with a guy in it, Justin?
Not Woody Harrelson.
Okay, but you guys are hot when you jerk off to it. Like, what?
Well, the thing. I think the big thing for me is that you'd have to keep rewinding. Like it's not that long.
Well, look at you, Mike.
Yeah, you can go all day.
Okay, I'm not bragging. How long is the scene? 9 seconds.
I think it's a pretty good scene, though. As I recall, I haven't seen it in forever, and she is a beautiful woman. I got no problem with that.
Oh yeah.
If you're ready to go when it comes on, then maybe I'll allow it.
Oh no, I'm not ready to go, but that's all I need. It's a quick one.
Soft to shooting in that span of time.
That's the kind of guy he is.
This isn't for an experience. I'm just trying to take a nap, but I just got to get it out of the way.
Jesus.
I find it strange.
All right, we'll take one or two. I'm okay with that. But I grew up doing that, so for me, it's like custom.
Well, yeah, I said as a kid that's normal, not as a 40-year-old
I'm
man.
not into like hardcore porn. I don't like that. I'm very gentle. I'm a prude.
Oh, I'm not either. I like hardcore. No.
Yeah,
no,
that's not for me.
No. I mean, I like watch people shitting on each other. That's fine, right?
That's fine.
Is that hardcore or no?
I would say so.
But it creeps Justin out that Dave's doing that. It's just
No, it's
jerking
just-
off the Star Wars porn.
Is that true?
Like, probably. No. It's just,
Well, the way he said that didn't really convince me. But
Jesus. All right, one more. Be good. Don't suck. Have a take.
774.
Hey, Kirk, Mo Vaughn.
Hey, Mo, how are you? The hit dog. You were on enough. Did you know he was on enough about me?
Is that right?
He
I don't know if
was.
I remember that.
Very
episode.
nice guy. Yeah.
Slumlord.
Yeah. Huh? What's that?
An accusation.
Isn't he a slumlord?
Is he? I don't even know.
I think
He
so.
was nice to me. I don't know.
Nice guy. That's
all
all
that
right.
matters.
Make money we can.
I guess.
Slumlord. That's messed up, Colin.
All right.
Jeez.
Sorry about that, Mo.
You've hurt Mo's feelings.
Jeez.
What's up,
Yeah.
Mo?
Super hurt. Well, I heard you guys talking earlier about losing friends for a long time, and also had a movie gripe. But
Okay.
I had a friend named Chuck back in the day, and I remember playing first base, and Chuck hit a little ground ball, and he said he was safe. I said he was out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we haven't spoken since.
Alongside Mo, but we got there. We got there. We got there, Mo. Mo could hit, man. Mo could fucking hit. Mo would have been, 1 second, Mo. Well, you can ask your movie. Mo would have been so beloved if he was the first baseman of those 03-04 teams.
Right.
Like, he would have been, like, if he was still, in his prime,
Yeah.
he would have been a massive star.
Is he from here originally, or did he just stick around?
We went to Seton Hall,
New
right?
Canaan, Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Norwalk.
Right.
All right.
Seton Hall, right, Mo?
That's right.
With Bagwell,
That's
right? Or no?
Seton Hall. All 4 years.
Wow. What
Was
a
it,
squad.
was it Bagwell? No, am I wrong? Somebody good in that was on that team. Biggio?
Well, Mo, we've got him on the phone. He would know.
Mo, who was on that team?
My memory doesn't serve me correctly. Sorry, guys.
Mo Vaughn, Jeff Bagwell. Of course, we
and,
know Jeff,
you know,
Jeff
in-
Bagwell is now more famous for Portnoy, but this is what happens in life.
It'd be great if that was the first search.
Go ahead.
Speaking of Costner from earlier, but in the Untouchables, I just don't understand. Like, the baby doesn't get shot once in
It's
the
a little
store.
strange. It's a little strange.
And also, like, must have been super concussed after bouncing down all those steps.
Yeah, not good. That kid was fucked, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Let's take one more, Dave. That's kind of a dud.
I might be thinking of someone else. I could have sworn it was Mo Vaughn, but
You buried him now.
yeah, I apologize for that.
Or Mo.
Visionless Dave, of course, immediately, who, I'm okay with now, immediately points out Dave quote tweeting, greatest to ever all of it with Garth Brooks. Quote tweeting, greatest ever do it, Garth Brooks. This is after criticizing the Gene Hackman quote tweet by Julia Dreyfus. Greatest ever do it, Vince McMahon.
That's kind of like a
And greatest
sarcastic thing.
Steve
that I do,
Austin.
though. That's a sarcastic thing to do. She was like seriously saying, "Hey, here's a picture of an old man."
What's the problem with that? Like,
No,
it's
I
her
just think it's
favorite
kind
actor.
I just think it's kind of strange. I didn't say it was the
Why? Do you think
strangest
it's
thing
strange
I've
at
ever
all,
seen.
Mike?
She's also in the business.
She's also like, probably the greatest television actress of all time, saying that like Gene Hackman was her favorite actor and like probably formed and was a reason why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, and she was compelled to say it by seeing a picture of a decrepit old man.
What's the suggestion? That she's like doing it for Twitter applause or something?
No, I don't know what I'm suggesting for it at all, but I just thought it was strange.
I found it not to be strange at all. I quote movie stuff all the time.
When I do Greatest Ever Do It, it's complete sarcasm.
Okay, sorry, I don't know your bits, Dave.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I thought you were a Garth Brooks fan.
Oh, it's number one.
You're not a
Garth
Vince
Brooks
McMahon
of the
fan?
planet. No, I hate Vince McMahon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. Too
Oh,
bad. Just don't have him on.
We should have seen the sarcasm dripping off of that tweet.
You're upset that Harry had no thoughts about Bray Wyatt. He didn't care.
Well, he's fucking nuts.
I'm just telling you, he didn't care. He's like, so what?
Fucking idiot.
Bray Wyatt is literally one of the best creators of characters in the last 10 years.
One of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen in my life.
I saw him live at WrestleMania 30.
And Ric Flair is gone.
That's right. He has to be released.
So there you go. Big wrestling news.
Yep.
You should do a wrestling podcast, Dave. Hello.
That's all right.
My friend Conrad Thompson.
Fuck him. 401.
Kurt.
My mom's attic.
Yes, hello.
What's happening, dude? What do you think of the movie The China Syndrome?
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Oh, what about Death of a Maiden?
Okay, I'm
Death
not
in
going
the Maiden.
It's Mike's favorite director directed that.
It's Roman Polanski.
Correct.
It's a really good movie.
Correct. Yes, it was. Yeah, go ahead. It's a good movie. I saw that at Harvard
Oh,
Square.
you go ahead. Sorry.
No. Did I ever see what?
Missing with Jack Lemmon.
Yeah. Jack Lemmon's a great actor. Was a great actor. Is a great actor. He's dead, but yeah.
He really is. I'm young. I kind of just discovered him.
You want to look up
Hard
a
to
great
find
Jack
that
Lemmon
movie that
performance? It's not great in the first one, but his performance in Grumpy Old Men is incredible.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out.
kidding,
I'll have to watch that.
Goodbye.
I'll watch that De Niro.
Goodbye.
Okay, dude, go watch whatever you want. Jesus Christ. What ambition these kids have these days. That can't be the last call, Dave.
All right.
What was Carano's? Did someone misspell De Niro last week or something?
Yeah.
One word.
All right.
That's a bad word to spell.
Yeah,
That's a bad.
There was actually another typo in it, too. So.
Okay, I don't read it. I don't listen to any of it. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, it's David Ortiz.
You got a big.
It's Big Pop.
What's so funny?
Why are we all laughing?
You got a big podcast coming out today.
I think as we speak.
Yeah, it just came out 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Congratulations, David.
Hey, Mike, you come down to the Dominican Republic, you laugh like that, you're going to end up with a bullet in your back.
No, David, please, no.
Believe me, I can talk from personal experience.
I understand that, David. Go ahead. How was your experience working with Jared?
It's been good so far.
Good.
Except, Jerry, he constantly wants to talk about John Henry and his massive cock. And I know for a fact that John Henry does not have a massive cock.
How do you know that, David?
Well, they were on their yacht one time, and Linda Holiday, she called me on my phone. She said, David,
Linda
John Henry
hold
wants
on.
big
Hold
black
on.
cock
Hold on.
in his
Linda
ass.
Holiday? Belichick's girlfriend?
Whatever the fuck her name is. I didn't even know Dustin Pedroia's name when I was there, man. You know that? You know that famous story?
Sure.
You
Oh,
can
of
keep
course.
track of all his names.
Of course. I'm sorry, David. I didn't mean to get in the way. Continue.
It's okay. Whatever the fuck her name is, she called me. She said, John Henry wants big black cock in his ass right now.
I don't.
He doesn't want any.
I don't think that. Again, we've had
A wild accusation.
We've had these issues before, David. I can't corroborate that. I don't know if that's true or not. I believe you're a man of integrity, but geez. Hey, let me ask you a question. What are you doing? What about this yard sale selling these Tide Pods? What's that about? It's my only chance to interview you, David. Good.
You get into a sticky situation sometimes. This is something Jared knows quite about, a sticky situation.
That is true.
And you need to make a move. You need to make a move. And, we made a move. It's much like a trade deadline move. We made a move.
Okay. Well, good. Anything else, David?
No.
No.
All right.
Well, at least David has a sense of humor.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know how he's broadcasting live on Twitter with Jared right now, but also calling us. It's actually a savvy move.
Yeah, it's
pretty
almost
cool.
Almost like it wasn't him, David.
Yeah, well, interesting.
Well, Kenan Thompson does it, right?
It is. It's. I'll never forget when me and Justin were standing in line after we found out that you were heading to the loony bin.
What a day.
And we see the first person leave with a Wally the Green Monster water bottle.
Jared Carabas. Now he's doing a podcast with him. Well, I just retweeted. So good luck to Jared. Mike, we'll see you. I'll see you next week anyway. I mean,
Well, I'll hear you next week. Yeah.
Right. Patreon.com/Blind Mike.
Thank you.
Dave, anything you guys want to promote, you and Justin?
I got a little wrap up, and that's about it.
That's it, Justin. Anything on your end?
Cameo.com/KMS Justin.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
I think I've made like $80 so far.
Ooh,
Yeah.
righteous
Not
bucks.
bad. How's your Cameo going, Mike?
I don't really. Every once in a while, I get one.
Do you do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you charge per pop?
It's like $35 or something.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's more than I was charging.
so it's got to be people that really want it.
God, I'm surprised you don't do a call in.
No, it's not for me.
Oh, sure, I understand.
Yeah, no,
I understand.
it's not my move.
Okay. We haven't been beyond, did we?
Nope.
Well, David Ortiz.
Well, sure we don't.
Yeah.
Normal Bernie
Dale
Kosar.
Arnold.
Dale. Oh, yeah, that's true. Good
Yeah,
point, Mike. Thank
that's
you to
right.
Dale for joining us. I'm telling you, I think this is going to become a thing.
What's that?
Dale is going to be part. I'm telling you, Dale's going to be part
Radio
of this
spot. You guys are gonna have to get some more numbers.
That's true. Yeah, we don't.
You can borrow my phone,
Some
but that'll
burner
last
phones.
once. Yeah.
It is amazing how you like. I grew up with Dale as a play-by-play Bruins guy, and I thought he was fantastic at it. And now you just ruined him for me.
I'm sorry, Dave.
No, I'm just saying, like it's
Another
amazing to have
boyhood
that
idol
kind of.
crushed.
No,
I don't know what I'm going to say.
it's impactful.
You thought he was awesome?
I thought he was a great Bruins play-by-play guy. Yeah.
Was he? I don't know.
Yeah. Fred Cusick won, Dale too.
Well, then it's not even close.
Six,
But I don't. I will say, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Dale was a good hockey play-by-play guy. He's a terrible baseball play-by-play guy. Terrible
He's got. I don't know whether I haven't really listened to him, but he's got a weird voice for play-by-play.
especially for baseball. It's straight. It's a weird.
I mean, it's better than Castiglione, I guess, but
True, but you're used to Castiglione in a weird way. Like he
Right.
stinks, but you're used to him. Like Dale's like I don't know if it's a gee whiz shit. I don't know what it is, but he stinks.
well, it's that like when he tries to get like you guys always used to play that clip safe. Like,
Yeah,
when he
right.
tries to get fired up, it's
yes, and like the other clip we played today, when he tries to get like passionate, it sounds fake. Everything sounds scripted. It's all forced. I don't know. Who knows? I'm sorry about that, Dave.
That's all right.
Okay, so we're back here tomorrow, not Friday. Yep. So I'll be traveling to Iowa.
And Chris is welcome. You were just taking a little shot, but he's welcome here.
So yeah, hopefully he's got a thick skin. I don't know. I mean, last week we had about 90 guests while he was on, so we may actually have to fucking contribute something.
Talk
this
to
time.
him.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we'll talk to you then.
Oh.